Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, SUPERCOACH Pro. Today we're doing the round 16 SUPERCOACH team review, a quick live as well. After this week, I'm so done with the buys. Finally, the buys are done. That was one of the worst buys I've had this year. We scored 1848, so we're definitely outside top 1,000, I believe, after this week. So yeah, a bit of a weird one. Didn't get to watch much footy because had my birthday yesterday, so I was out for that with a few people and saw Steve from SDS as well. We went out for a few drinks. So that was pretty good as well. Excuse me while I'm trying to get the dog settled here. But yeah, other than that, we'll get to a live and get through the comments. I'm sure a lot of people have had poor weeks and then some that really smashed out the park going over 2,000. So Hawksy says, wait again, Brad. Yeah, I was out doing stuff, so didn't really know what time I was actually going to check in. I was out for dinner for a bit of birthday dinner, so that was not too bad. Had Mexican. But yeah, the SUPERCOACH side this week just didn't deliver, so I went a bit flat with it. Such a good season, such good trades too this week as well. Like we bought in Bonds, we bought in a few players. We bought Darcy as well, and then all of a sudden, Bond does nothing. Here's my VC. And just my whole side in general, like, just did nothing. Like, it's the same side it's been for the last couple of weeks. It's not like we're going sideways, but, Sinclair 89, Dale finishes on a 99, she's on a 60, Mills on a 56. Yeah, I don't know, just a little bit flat. Ed Richards having a good season and decides to score a 66 in the bye rounds. Bond 63, bring him in for 586k. Cherry goes 66, just didn't turn up like the most of the boys players. Brayshaw 84. Merritt Cardwell didn't play. Zorko didn't play, of course. And who was the other player that didn't play this week? Merritt, Zorko, Cardwell. There was someone else, maybe? Bailey Smith. So, yeah, I don't know. A bit of a confusing one for me. Like, I had 20 playing. Just none of them showed up. McCarthy was one of my best, and he was in my midfield, and he scored a 101. You got a guy that's playing 2 games that's potentially one of your better players, which is kind of wild to think that. Cherry was my captain at a 111. I haven't really had a bad captain week at all, apart from Finn Callahan early rounds. It was like a 72. But yeah, just everyone just between 60 and a 90 or 100. It was really, really weird round for me and not a good one. So I get into these comments a little bit and see how you guys fared. The dog, I don't know if you guys can hear the dog, but she's barking just because everyone's always outside out there on a Sunday night. But we'll go through the comments and see what we've got. So Shane's ranked 233rd at the moment and scored a 2007. That was a good year, actually, 2007, Shane. So, yeah, he's killing it. He'll probably be top 100, I dare say. I haven't really looked at the rankings from other people, to be honest, but I feel like the players have actually made me check out, not on SUPERCOACH, but just with the players you bring in. Like, they're meant to be, but most of my trades have been pretty good, haven't really sideways all season. And then over the buys, it doesn't matter if you've upgraded your team one step ahead because the buys, people get gifted anyway in a best out-end format. So, yeah, buys next year, I probably won't target 70 round 12 buy players because I think that sort of screwed me from then on. So, don't know how I feel about it. Corey says, scored a 201.02 this week. Hopefully get closer to the top 1,000. Was 35.90 last week. Yep, nice. Hopefully you do. But that's what you should, I reckon. The Great Ravens in the chat says he scored a 2,100 and they took 11 points off me. Like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, 20,089. But, mate, I'd be happy for anything over 2,000 at this point, and I didn't even get close. So, yeah, well done to you, Great Raven. Daniel says, g'day, Brad. Hope you're well. And how did you get a birthday? Yeah, I had a really good birthday. And like I said, I had Steve come say hello to me too. Went to a pub in Geelong, so that was decent as well. And, yeah, I didn't really watch much footy, so probably hoping you guys in the chat can be more the instigator here and let me know what happens to some of these players and go through them and have a look. But, like, probably a few explains. Like, the first explain I know it's normally the other way around because I normally watch all those games, but the first thing I want to know is why Mills scored so shit. 56 from Mills. Sinclair, I want to know what happened there. Bont, Richards and Chera. And then the other guy is probably, what's the news with Sheasel? Is he actually injured? Like, what's the guy? He plays on Thursday night. So there's a short turnaround there. Darcy scored 6 points after halftime. And then declining in 85. It's like Carlton have given up. So interesting if Vossi gets sacked. Just a weird round. And team's complete, 3 trades left. But look at the side. It's actually very, very cooked in terms of buys. I mean, going forward, we're fine. Like McCarthy's our spare, so we don't have to trade Sheasel. So we're in a good position with 2 months to go. I think 3 trades 2 months ago. I'm fine with that. It's just the one time I really needed these guys to pull together for. Look at the players I've got. We're not looking at a side that on paper is absolute shit house and you shouldn't even be following me. The side is actually goated. There's depth there. There's depth in each line, bar the forward line. You get Merritt back, and I know Merritt has been doing much, and Caldwell back, and you're laughing. The side's solid. Daniels, whatever, he's a 90s average. We get that. Darcy for Bolton, and gaining 3 points for that was stupid. But in the long run, the Darcy run should pay off, I should say. Warner 96, Rankin, that was a game Rankin should really, if he didn't get caught again holding the ball, thinking he can do everything, he's so frustrating. Him and Bolton play the same way. They think they're so agile and so quick and can sidestep everybody. They don't realise that on a footy pitch, you don't get that much room to breathe. And I don't think I've ever seen a player that I can recall at the moment that actually has the agileness and actually gets rid of the ball before getting caught. Some of these guys just take on too much, and that's what's really frustrating to watch. There's not too many players I can think in the league that actually know when to release the ball. The only ones I like watching, in terms of releasing the ball and taking them on, is the big body mids, like your George Hewitts. At least he can take a tackle. He knows he doesn't got the ability to completely sidestep and try to dance, but at least he's strong in the hips. Where these other Bolton and Rankin players that are 75 kilos in the wet, they're frustrating. Very frustrating to own. So, a bit of a weird season now, but probably going to regress this season with the buys. But you're thinking a best 22 scenario. The depth is there. I think best 22 will probably play a lot better than best 18. Best 18 I don't think has helped me very much. I think I've maybe won 2 out of 5 leagues. 2 out of 5 buys. The rest have been absolutely awful. So, I don't know. Try my best, and hopefully for the next 2 months with this sort of death riding players that we don't have that sort of get a couple week injury and people are forced to trade. So, which I don't really like death riding at all, but SUPERCOACH. Corey says, I've got a new mic, by the way. 2000, well, the scaling doesn't matter. So all in all, you're saying you got a 2110. Beautiful. Very done, Causa. Horse head in the bed. I've never seen this guy before. Unbelievable. Full premo of 18 plus 5 on the buys. Still scored 851. Got smoked in most of my leagues. You and I both, Horsehead. Happy birthday. Thanks, Kurt. Aqua says, Bradley, I scored a 2183. Rowan Marshall and Erasmus, I'm forever indebted to you. Erasmus got 95, didn't he? The bloke who couldn't get a game knocked Bont off my score. I think it's right. Okay, nice, Aqua. What else we got here? Corey says, that was on 80 and got a hard tag from Campbell after half time. Okay, that's a good explanation. Any of these players had really terrible scores. I'm more than happy to read why they played so bad. So I watched, honestly, between everyone in the chat, I watched bugger all football. So you just don't do it much when it's your birthday weekend, I guess. Aqua had birthday from yesterday, by the way. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Daniel Green got a 1949. bit below par. I don't even know what par is actually, Daniel, to be honest with you this week. But I'm definitely gone this week. Use of SUPERCOACH says clawed my way to 959 players either scored 130 or 80. Yeah, right. Wow. Yep. Or sub 80, he says. Sorry. Won my league, so can't complain too much. Yeah, I'm glad the buys are over too. They've been more than disappointing actually. If we look at my trade history, it's not like I've sideways people or done stupid moves. It's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know, just bad luck. But what do you do? I mean, I still showed up anyway. Yeah, I know. And look at the side though, Damien. There's nothing wrong with the side. It was almost as terrible as Carlton, to be honest. Oh, Studi, thank God for the buyers are over. I only got 16, 17. Yeah, wow. Because all my field premiums, apart from Butters and Rosie, flopped. Oh no, get 5 bench player premiums this week. Yeah, I'm in a similar boat with your bench players. I think I get 4 back maybe. Not only Dogger scares me. Yeah, me too. What do you do though, Shano? MN, they're removing the buys next season. Are they? Interesting. Whoa, who's that? Wow. That's got me stumped. Thanks, Horsehead. Is this Mark by any chance? Whoa. Bro, who's this? Is that Mark? Mark Brown in the chat? Wow. Oof, okay. Ben 2104 for me. Won't mention my overall rank because I'm a newbie. Don't worry, Ben. That's fine. At least you're here anyway. My team's a hack right now, so Mills seemed a bit tired. Yeah, wow, okay, don't make much of it. Roberts, goodbye. Yeah, Roberts was awful as well. And welcome, Whitfield. She's is gone because I just despise his role. Yeah. I could go down to 2 trades and get rid of Shees too, but I don't know. Mills, possessions were just cheap and champy data caught on. Real. Fair enough, mate. At least I can whip him. Happy birthday, says Greek Raven. Thanks, Greek Raven. She's supposed to be hurt his shoulder. Oh, so the end of the game wasn't in the middle of the game. Okay, interesting. Maxi had 16 playing and went 9 and 20. Very well. How many guys have you actually have trades too? Like, how many do you got now? Do you got a 23rd? Do you got a 24th? Do you have no flex? Like, do you got a rookie in flex? I'd love to know what the structure going forward is because, yeah, McCarthy's my 24th technically. Causes is playing half forward role again. She's, oh my God. And also had a stinger in Charlotte. I reckon he'll play this week. Nothing major. Yeah, okay. At least you guys are all over it. Yeah, I agree with this one too. Sharon, 70 below average scoring premos this week. Yeah, it's definitely got me a little bit flat. Aqua, Friday night game was so confusing. None of the mids scored well except Heaney. Yeah, I saw that too. That was strange as anything. Even Wibber scored terribly. Shane says the fact that Bolton is the drizzle of shits. Yeah, Bolt. I'm glad he's left Richmond. I'm done watching that guy. Causa. Darcy playing ruck a lot longer. Yeah, okay. Probably got schooled as well by bloody, what's his name? Grundy. But yeah, what do you do? Aqua, Erasmus scaled to 97. Body, that's really good of him. Finally getting a run at it too. Shane, speaking of big bodied future men's Dan Kern. Yeah, literally, bro. Wow. Yeah, big unit. I think it's like 197. Weeballers, what up, legend? Happy birthday. Thanks. This round is over. Only 8 primos turned up, and one of them was McCarthy. Yeah, I think I'm probably in a similar boat if I counted them all up. So there's almost 100 in the chat. So even though I've had a shit Supercoach week, it's nice to see you guys are still on board and just here for the live and the rant that you need to get off your chest because it'll probably make me feel better at the end of the night too doing this. Hawksy says that 1992 for him. Only round 13 went down, I think, considering how awful my season start was because I didn't know what the fuck I jumped to options then. Yeah, yep. No, I always tell a lot of people that this first season, I they get a bit of an idea how to do it next season as well. I don't know what par is, Aqua. If 1950 is par, I'm totally screwed. par 2K for top 10%. Yeah, just guessing, aren't we? Let me know when it opens as well, because you guys know when it opens before me. Aussie Kings got 1873 after calling away, which is 3K. Put a fork in me. Yeah, put a fork in my side too. Aka, what do we got? Hawksy says Aqua scored 2-1-8-3 by fielding full primo team. None. Oh, right, okay. Was this just a team he made this week or something? I'm so confused with which side he gives me for scores. SCS, how are you feeling? Yeah, feeling all the effects. How are you feeling, mate? I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, there was quite a few drinks there, so feeling very average. Aqua said had a better team 2 weeks ago and scored 1800. Brief. I'm so confused. I know he's got two sides. I'm so hot. Hit the like button. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Dinosaur Man. Houdini's there. Hit the like button. Yeah, definitely do that. No, I haven't even mentioned that this stream, but yeah, that would go a long way into my SUPERCOACH YouTube channel. Frankie got 854 this week. I'll drop in rankings for sure. I was ranked 193. Oof, yeah. I'm in the same boat, mate. Absolutely. She's cooked his shoulder quite literally in the final minute. Oh my god. Yeah, like Callahan did. Yeah, that's great. I've got the 3 trades left as well, Frankie. Good to see you in the chat, mate. What do we got? Okay. Aqua, got to have 2 trades left with 23. McCarthy. Yeah, okay. He's 23rd is McCarthy. Used to get 1 up to Gorn if I can. Gorn would be good if you could do something. Hawksy, North, Dogs, confident she's okay. Okay, that's the main thing. Now, this guy has completely stumped me. Horsehead, who are you? Brad, our scores look as bad as Deadly's Mo. Just changing up the YouTube name. It's Jonas, Ivan, horse in the bed. Right, okay, yeah, scared the shit out of me. How do we know my surname though, Horse? How did you know that? That's wild. That's what I was so stumped about. No one's ever called me that on my YouTube channel, bar my mate Mark. Jeez, yeah, you got me good there. Rod's in the chat. This guy's funny as fuck. Helmet and Jonas has the flu, so sick in bed tonight. Sounds best. Yeah. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better, Jonas. So sending my wishes to him, Rod. So yeah. Aqua. In other news, Luke McDonald needs surgery. Might keep Kirsch and Daniel kick-ins. Yeah, I don't know how many kick-ins Luke McDonald takes away. But yeah, Ben, 4 trades left. Need 1 more to get rookie off field. Yeah, so probably go down to 2, depending on the money in the bank. Aqua ranking the absolute flog was on the 65 halftime, managed not to get a ton in his matchup. Yeah, I was thinking about captaining him too against Tiggs. Like I didn't. Ben McCarthy will probably end up with my flex, even better. 3 trades left. Jack, are you related to Isaac Rankin? Was it so disappointing copying this after doing so well climbing post day? Stuart would start with no. Go on. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that's a rough start actually. Reading that. Causa has 4 trades left. McCarthy at flex, very nice. Like that. Horse in the bed. Sorry, Horsehead in the bed says Rod Todd is in the bed. Can't stay away from those dirty beds yet. Fair. What do we got here? JP 2056 with TDK captain of 85 got to Loop. Yeah, that's rough. Wait, is that the JP that I think it is? Jeez. Parrish says, hey Brad, happy birthday, bro. The little love heart. That's very nice. Says, so happy these buyers rounds are done. Yeah, me too, mate. Absolutely. I'm done with the buyers. Bring on best 22, honestly, plus flex. Might actually be able to expose sides then, and hopefully these primos don't have another bad game. Rankin says, what do I do? I have 3 rooks on the field with 3 trades left. I need, oh God. Yeah, you're cooked here. Yeah. You're just going to have to fill those rookies maybe, and maybe use 1 trade to get a primo if you could. Or how much cash in the bank do you got, Rankin? Interesting. Yeah, you're pretty much screwed, to be honest. Horse. It came up when I donated to your run. Oh, right. Jeez. Okay. I've had people from high school back in the day jump into my chats and stuff, or ex-housemates jump into the chat. So it kind of was like tripping me out when you said that, Horse. That makes way more sense. SDS is, mate, I'm hungover as it comes. We had a fun time here. Yeah, we definitely did, mate. I look as good as I sound, I reckon. Duck Face, happy birthday, mate. Thanks, mate. 1960 for him. Got McCarthy and Flex at 6 trades. That's unreal. Planning to keep McCarthy. Need a couple of rookies to have to crack before getting 23rd. Yeah, okay. At least he's got the trades to do it. Blue Boys, Ray trade cheese to Kirch and Cherry to Callahan. Leaves me at 1 trade with stuff them. Yeah, I don't know if I'm that ballsy to do that. But honestly, I might have rolled full send it now that I've just sort of checked out from buyers. The Greek Raven, she's hurt his shoulder with 90 seconds to go. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'm picking him again next year either. Or the year after that. I'm done with fucking him. If maybe Clarko wasn't the coach, I'd probably pick Shees, but I'm done with Shees too. Now, Rankin's got 80k in a bank. Yeah, there's probably nothing you can do. Hopefully the mic sounds good. Yeah, Rank, I'm just going to give it to you how it is. Like, you're kind of screwed with the trades, having 3 rookies on the field with 3 trades. Like, you're better off just holding him and then sidewaysing any primos to get injured now, Jack. Yeah, it's an annoying position to be in, but what do you do? Paris says, had Marshall out of my team all week because he had been flat. End up keeping him out of necessity in his 7th week. Wow. Unpredictable game we play. It's definitely unpredictable for me too. Oops, I accidentally put the wrong comment. Wizards in the house. Actually, he's been in the house probably from the start because I've read his comments before. Starting to plan for next season. Jack, I don't think I'm that keen to start planning for next season. I think I'll always have a month off and then I'll do some preseason content for those that have been following me and sub to me. I'll make sure I do some preseason stuff this year. Hooks says, Brad, you sound great. And obviously you guys didn't have to wait 2 hours for me to enter the chat this time. So, yeah, so there we go there. What's my draft matchup? Because Fraser and Bramble scored a combination on 270 from the other bloke. Yes. Gosh. Yeah, right. I might see if anyone in one of my chats wants to join and do a bit of a live with me because maybe they can perk me up a little bit, get me a little bit excited. Let me send a DM and see who's doing what. Because it's only 8:50. I'll just message a few and see if they're up, ready to do something. Because it's more entertaining for me. I didn't get to see After Dark yet. Like I've been recovering today, so let me go into one of the group chats. So I'd love to know. I'm sure After Dark went well, but I'd love to know what they got up to because I saw there was a bit of a different crew. I didn't know who the third bloke was actually. I did see for 2 seconds, but my eyes couldn't really see much. Anyone keen to jump on? We'll send you a link. All right, I'm sending a message out to a group chat, a little group chat, not the big group chat, because I don't really want to do that. Sometimes if you send it to a big group chat, you might get offers you don't really want. Can you say that? Just kidding. What's my draft matchup? Because Fraser and Bramble scored a combination of 270 for the other bloke. Oh, yeah, draft isn't even in my head at the moment, to be honest. Hopefully I'll make top 300 this rank this week. Yeah, probably. Fucking draft. Horse. What good rookies? How's that for an opening line? Oh, what's good rookies? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is his opening line. Yeah. I don't think I've got an opening line. Mine's just welcome back to the channel, blah, 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 blah. I don't got like a what's good Bont identities or something. Oh my God, I clicked the wrong thing again. Whatever. Jack, thanks for the advice. This is my first crack at AFL Supercoach. I need to learn from my mistakes. Yeah, well, I didn't really give you advice there. I just said that you wouldn't be able to use those trades to get yourself a primo. So kind of left with giving you nothing there. Sort of like saying, here's the result of getting a deadly disease. I can't do much, but here, have a tablet. But yeah, next year surely, like first year for Supercoach, you just sort of have fun with it, to be honest, and pick the players you like and see how you go. Horse, Deadly was the third man, the short bloke with the. Yeah. Okay, that was Deadly. Right. Question: why is he Deadly? Is that because of his surname, or is he actually Deadly for a reason? Like, does he work with snakes? Is he a snake handler? Aqua draft is open. Now we wait for Classic. That's the one draft comment I like to hear, Aqua, because I'm not really a draft man unless it's like finals in draft. Then I get really excited for draft. I know Shorty Supercoach. Shorty loves draft. Wizard King, yeah, Jack. First year, you learn the lessons. General rule of thumb: don't sideways guns. Get rookies out first. Don't get sucked into chasing last week's scores. 100%. Like me with Brontosaurus. Horsey, need F6 and after this week. I'm no closer to figuring it out. What money do you got, Horsey? Aqua. Sinclair 89, being my 18th in a buy. This is certainly a new experience. Oh, he can get stuffed. Aqua. Jezza in a couple of weeks, or Toby Green. Both good shouts, actually. Well, Pinsey scored 87, by the way, chat. Aqua, otherwise, if you want to pay up, get Myers. Oh, that'd be left field as anything. Don't think I can afford him, but Liam Baker's enticing right now. Yeah, Baker's definitely a shout, actually. Feel for Shorty bringing in Horn Francis. A lot of people would have got bloody Horn Francis in this week too, and then he gets subbed out. So, Pinsey very nice role. I saw him play deep forward when I was at the pub, and I was like, wow, okay, that's interesting. Jack, thanks. Was in your legend. Was the king. He was the king. There's a lot of good legends in this chat. Of course, says running through mids. Have a good few weeks. Easy, brother. Rapinski. It's going to be so cheap, though, Hawksy. Got to love a random 25th. Unlucky to only get 87. Could have snagged a couple goes in the box. Yeah, I might pick him up in draft if you want to talk about draft. Not a classic play. Yeah, definitely not, but he's cheap. See if the team's updated because, yeah, see probably outside the top 1K. If I'm inside the top 1K, I'm very surprised tonight, to be honest. Yeah, we're definitely cooked. We're 100% cooked. From highs of being like, what were we, 338 or something 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? I don't even know now. Yeah, certainly not even close now. We're way out of the top 10 contention now. I think everything would have to go right over the 8 weeks of best 22. Like my primos wouldn't be able to drop another stinker. So the last 2 months of the matchups for those sort of unique players, like Lucky Clark actually did something, but I feel like par's got to be around 1950 if I had to really guess. But I don't know. You see these comments in chat and people on 2000 and you think, yep, you're stuffed. And sometimes you're not as stuffed as what you think you might be. So, yeah, certainly interesting. No idea. 800 for a Shorty Supercoach. He's never coming to Melbourne for a goal kicking. Oh, yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I'm trying to convince him to come up to the goal kicking. I reckon he will if I drive. I'm happy to drive there. I don't mind Melbourne at all. I've been there a few times lately. I don't think I'd host the goal kicking thing, though. I don't have enough technology to do that. Where's the King? Webber, Horn Francis, who you taking in a few weeks? Definitely Webber. Don't even have to think about that. Bold, assuming I'll have any trades by then. Wizard, yeah, fair point. 99 in the house, waiting for Supercoach to lift, and then I get your rankings, which will be what I'm here to look at and my one. This is what annoyed me this week. So I'll refresh the page a second. And have a look at my trades. And on paper, the trades are actually okay. Like, the trades made sense, but nothing clicked at all. So, can I lock out lift too? Because I'm so over this bloody, what do you call it, buys. Okay, we're still loading, but where are we? History. We'll look at the history of the trade that we made this week. I had to buy a mic from EB Games the other day because the other one shut itself up. I was listening to one of my videos the other day and I could hear this like buzzing sound in the background. And I was like, what is that? So trade history this week, right, was Bolton, Robertson, Clark out for McCarthy, Darcy and Bonds. Like, even over the buys, like since the buys, like round 12, Bias, Cleary, Henderson, to Caldwell, Day Weeks and Neil. Don't ask me why I brought Neil in. Out round 13, Marshall, Marrick and Trainer. In Mills, Clark, Dale. Seems like a good trade at the time. Out Neil, Hewitt, Elijah Hewitt, that is. Lindsay. In for DeConning, Hewitt and Johnson. This is the point maybe I should have got a midfielder instead of DeConning. But DeConning, I didn't think I was going to get named with Pitto, a week after I bought him. Then this week again, Bolton, Roberts, Clark, to McCarthy, Darcy, Bonton. All of a sudden we're sitting at a position where a lot of our primos went 60. Bulldogs win and most of their mids score mid-60s. Like, what the hell? I actually don't understand this week. I'm very confused. But, yeah, it's whatever now. I can't do anything about the buyers now. We're already... All right, so we're having 30 minutes to lock out. Yeah, I don't know. Keys back to the bin. His first worst game in a month. Need a defender to replace Shees. Not sure who. I don't think anyone's going to trade Shees if they've got less than 3 trades, aren't they? Maybe Berg. Amon. Maybe Laird. Noble. That's a few players to choose from, isn't there, actually, for that? I don't know if people will trade out Shees or not, though, to be honest. I don't know how many trades people got left to do that. Horse, traded Darcy for Clay Hall and Wasp points for the year. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Stupid. It makes no sense when you do that, doesn't it? It's like when I traded Bont in and he gets a 60 after going 170 and killed me the week before. So, yeah, Bont's my team name's Bont Identity, so I needed it at some point, I suppose. But for your 250, if that's actually a pretty shit showing, to be honest. Trading Bont and Mills this week, I'm shocked I scored that much. Yeah, I would be too. Bont is just... What happened to Bont? Did he just not care? I'm very confused with Bont and Pelly at the moment. I can't get a good read on him after this week. Sitting on 3 trades, 159k. Wondering if I go all in for those 2. My cover being injury insurance. You could. You definitely could. Leburn and Francis, one of those 2. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Sign 1934, not bad, all things considering, from bottom 15% at the start. The season's the top 40% now. Yeah, nice. Shame about having only 2 trades. I would have loved to move Neil midfield in a couple of weeks. He wanted to bring him in, sorry. I read that wrong. Oh, no. Here we go. Rod, did you see Dunstall on the bounce calling players butchers? Dow was on the money. Hope Calv has a sook to Fox and complains. What a wanker. Yeah, fair. Man, that was some stuff. That was some interesting shit, honestly. Like, what an overreaction by that bloke, Cal. Like, my God. Anyway, whatever. It was wild. You don't expect that sometimes from people. Like, you post it, but you post it and it's just like, yeah, frustrating that you'd even have to reply to shit like that too. Like, Jacob had an 18-30 last week and a 20-30 this week. Wow, with Heaney, Clark and Rosie carrying. Very nice. Very good. Frame on rucks, go down. Yeah, literally. Everyone's got bug all trades by the sounds of it anyway, I reckon. Is anyone that's got over 6 trades without any upgrades to do? Scott, just realised I've got to use my whip on Dacos. Got Dawson's score. It's a bit of a rookie error. Yeah. Causa played a lot forward. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. And Fabian played more mids. Oh, stuff Bevo. I'm actually sick of Bulldogs players. Time for a HSP year. Nah, I had one last night actually after a few drinks. 19-13 rank. Sorry. 1936 score for Scott, ranked 212 currently. Yeah, nice. Clark is progressively becoming a Painful Antipod. He's a good pick for my side, but that's the only pod that's doing something now. We all got an 1845 rank. Sorry, 1845 score rank, 12K. Do you reckon I go down? I actually don't know, actually. No idea. Was nothing in my brain. That was an option. Yeah, nah, especially against Jacko. Who are your worst non-owns? There's more of a Supercoach question, actually. Let's have a look at non-owns. Oh, gosh. There's reasons not to start these players too. Like, Dacos wasn't that great until the last 2 weeks. Before his bye, he's been pretty average. I think he's averaging like 106 before his bye, maybe. So he's definitely one of them. That's Antipod. Whitfield's one. Whitfield's definitely a sore point when it comes to Antipods. Butters now, but Georgie Stewart's been outscoring him anyway, slightly. I think I might be like 10 points ahead on that trade, so it wouldn't have mattered. But definitely Antipodding Butters, Whitfield. Who else? There's got to be some players I don't have that are just smashing it that I don't have. You can't get them all. Like, we know, like, we get these statuses and tweets saying, oh, my God, wish I had this player, wish I had this player. But, mate, you can't actually get them all. So Jackson's clearly the one player that I don't have that is killing me. Yeah, Butters, McCluggage, but he's only 10% owned. Jackson's only 23% owned, so it's not as bad as what I thought. Butters 26%, so that's 1 in every 4, basically. Grundy's 2% owned. That's crazy, actually. If you're 2% that got him, that's wild. He looked so shocking last year, too, from memory. Weber, yeah, no. Lately, like, he's got a 5-round average of 100. What is he? 5-round average of 110, but 3-round average 94 because of role change. Anderson's a little bit of a tough non-own. Tom Green. Don't care about Tarsi Cameron. Yeah, well, finally Sarong had a poor one after a good couple of weeks. Oh, Max Holmes is probably the worst Antipod I have. Lockie Ash would be there as well. Max Holmes because he's at 40-something%. Dacos at 55% is probably a really bad non-own. Jordan Dawson's up there, 21%. Naz as well, 25% owned. Dunkley I don't care about. So probably those players. Actually, Matty Rouse a shout too. He's an awful Antipod. But again, you can't get all these players. So it's kind of like, what do you do? There's definitely a few. There's quite a few. But this year I've got a few pods. So I think I've got a lot of Antipods because I've got a lot of pods in my side. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Like, some weeks I have really bad weeks, but other weeks I have good ones because my pod's fired. So it's such a strange year. The last 8 weeks I've got to just hope that everyone goes to 0 trades and I can trade out any injuries. People are fielding rookies for the rest of the year. So I'm going to have to catch them on depth because McCarthy's my 24th, whereas McCarthy's some people's 23rd. So the only way I'm going to catch and get some more ranking points is if people get laid outs and stuff like that and they've got no cover. I'm 0 forward cover, but at least I got midfield and defence cover, and that's it. But yeah, it's just a waiting game now for me with best 22. Hoping that some sides still got like F6 rookie and a D6 rookie, and they get exposed that way. And the rest is just luck, honestly. Like, hopefully we get there in the end. We make a good rank for the end of the season because we've had a good season up until this point anyway. So there's some of the non-owns. Horse Aqua says I got some blokes in Discord, not to Captain Romo. I need to apologise. He told us. So okay, yeah, fair enough. Stefan 950, 2.5k, 7 trades. Yeah, that's crazy actually. That's really good. 7 trades left. TK's got 7 trades as well with 22 players. Okay, shouldered nearly at 400 plus, and 330 in the kitty. Yeah, you're laughing. Hopefully you got a boost as well, DK. Give us a like for the 108 children in the chat for having a bit of a flat night. Everyone's here to support. How good's that? Aqua, do we want to hop on Errol? With what trades? Yes, you probably do. Wizard gone, then Daylight as a non-owner single-handedly kept me out of the top 1Ks. Yeah. Yeah, he's a bad Antipod, but this week Witt sort of did his job. Jacob got 7. Wow, with 1 left, but McCarthy for flex. need to trade out of 3 rucks to get into flex. Kept getting rid of TDK. Yeah, Cheese and Share are definitely an issue, aren't they, Jacob? Horse, King Kong Grundy has been going nuts. I can't believe how low owned he is, actually. I wish I left Bond this week, but could have left him more. But couldn't have left him after last week's performance. Yeah, I get that. I was the same boat. DK, I've got McCarthy's the 24th. Once I go Sheldrick to Bond, I might have in the K in the bank. Once I go Sheldrick to Bond. Yeah, nice. Very good. I'll say that side, actually. Was it Grundy or Prime? Gaundy was moving like a beast. Yeah, man, I got Grundy at 500k. Wow. The week TDK missed a match. He's carried me so hard, though, through buys. Very well done, actually, man. Oh, God. Okay, let me refresh the page and see. This ranking just turned to shit. Oh. Let's have a look at it. What the fuck? How's it log me out of Supercoach? What the fuck? That's a fucking joke. Fuck Supercoach. It's completely logged me out, chat. It's not even a fuck. Oh my god. let me readjust something. Let me log back in. I'll remove this screen and log back in. Fuck this game is shit. How do I get logged out? Stupid fuck. Sorry, chat. I go to load my bloody Supercoach and it just logs me the fuck out. I'm just reloading it now. Oh my god, we actually didn't move too bad. So I actually feel a lot better now. I actually feel really good at the stage. Sorry, chat. So my ranking's actually fine. It's a 601. We must have had a huge point differential in terms of the start we had this season. Like we've had 3 months of good footy, and just the last 2-3 weeks have been shocking. So I'm actually only 601. I'm actually very surprised. So that's actually got me up and about and feeling a lot more confident. So here I was getting FOMO. Everyone's going nuts. I'm still sitting at 601 rank. So I only dropped 235. So wow, that's actually fantastic. 1848, and actually I didn't hold, but what was my weekly? I guess weekly. What was my weekly rank? I don't even know. Ranked in the top 21%. Was that the real? Is that what my weekly rank was? Top 21%. How bad did people have? If I only dropped 235 spaces for an 1848, I must have had a huge lead. All these 2000 scores are from people coming from 50k or something outwards. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually crazy that we're at 601 from 2 back-to-back stinkers. So, yeah, I actually feel a lot better, chat. Thank you for waiting for me and actually being patient with my little bit of flat. But to be sitting at 601 for a couple shit buys, I actually feel so much better. Jeez, that's crazy shit. Cool, I can relax now. So that was actually giving me a lot of anxiety. I don't know if you could hear in the voice, but geez, I was actually stressing there. Hawksy bringing Woody in gives me cover. Then everyone, I think, even if it's Kako, thank Campbell Gray for your DPP. Draft is open. Yeah, well, fuck, we're open now. We're at 601 rank for those that missed that log out shit. Aqua beat some guy in public league by 1,200 points. TDK only had one hit out the bench. Actually, I should optimize my side now. I don't know if there's anything I want to do with my side. I think I'd be a little bit aggressive this week if I was outside the top 1K, but we're not. We're fine. So we can't even loop Mills and McCarthy this week. That's annoying. Probably just going to play McCarthy over Mills, maybe. Who did Mills play? Sydney Freo. I don't even know now. Yeah, actually, shit. Unless I whoop Shees, unless I just whoop Sheasel this week. I might whoop Sheasel chat, but anyway, if I optimise that thing again, we have a look at. We're not scoring 2, 3, 5, 5. No way. You're not captaining Petrarca either. What the hell? 2, 3, 8, 4. This is why I hate projections. Is if I'm going to captain Petrarca. Yeah, interesting as shit. I don't get that at all. Weird. Wonder if there's anything I should do to the team at all. Like, would you piss Sher off? Would you piss Merritt off? Would you piss any of these players off? I don't actually know. Well, you probably just keep them, honestly, at this point. Merritt's got Gold Coast. Who would I VC and see this week anyway? Just, Sherry against English. Wow, that could be a big game. Who's Brayshaw got? Sydney. No way. Oh my God, Brayshaw's going to get tagged. Sydney and Fremantle game is going to be the worst game to watch for Supercoach. Geelong. They're going to. Bailey Smith, captain boy. Oh man. Max Gorn against O'Brien. No. It's got to be Captain Baz Smith. Bailey Smith, captain. Who else do I like? Jeez, who the doggies? No, maybe one of the doggies, boys. Maybe your Bont gets up. You even trust Bont, though. He's playing so much forward time. Bont, Richards, or Cherry into Bailey Smith. But if we're really projected to go 2-3 this week, I'd be very shocked after the shit performance. I mean, I get all my primos back. But, yeah, wow. I can't believe we're sitting okay, actually. TDK only one hit out. That's annoying as anything. It's open, so yeah, let us know your trade plans and how many you'd be going down to because that's important to know. Causa was 6.15 for the round, went up 17.04 spot. Very nice Causa. Only dropped 4 for 3. That's wild. Yeah, I only dropped 200 and something, so wild for me too. Maverick, punch your screen anger. Almost did actually, to be honest with you, Mav. Anyone on fucking chat? See if they want to jump in. Oh, they're probably going to bed because they're Nancy's. Yeah, no, I don't think I've got a single response. Goes at gym, bro. Oh, Scoops, get out of your gym shit and come jump on the live. Anyway, interesting. Gym over a live stream with Brad's wild, mate. So stuff for you, Scopes. Yeah, probably people think I'm real for that. Hawksy, 992 for me, 6733 for the week. Nice. Round rank 57. Oh my God, very nice. Aqua, congrats. Frankie only went down to 355. Fucking the buyers and the sub rule. Yeah, they're so annoying, aren't they, Frankie? The frustration's real. Up 21k, 12k spots in 1 week. Very well done, Aqua. What the hell? Causa 226 was the highest. Really? Hence why I went up. I went down only 200. 2260 was the top score. Wow. Blue Balls going up in rank with that score is wild, man. Yeah, literally, bro. Honestly, going down 200 spots with that score is what it actually shows how much of a lead I actually had over the competition too. To be honest, like I had a huge lead for so long, and then just got bit in the last couple of weeks. Hopefully, we can finish top 1K because yeah, far out. I'm a little bit nervous, but not as nervous as I was before this week. Now it's ended. Cause the team that won the week 254 overall and didn't have McCarthy. Yeah, right. How do you not have McCarthy? If you rank 254 overall, how are you not smart enough to bring in McCarthy? Like you got to be stupid to not bring McCarthy in, regardless. Like Bro literally scored 133 and didn't bring him in. Makes no sense to me. Probably, if people have to bring in McCarthy this week, you're actually crazy that you didn't go there. this week at least. Like the 133 gave me enough phone rate to go the rolls there. Just take him. It actually pissed me off that West Coast supporters said, don't pick McCarthy, he'll be sub, and they picked him anyway. Like, I get stuffed. But had I known West Coast supporters were actually just baiting and saying not to pick him, and then they picked him anyway, I would have picked him when he played against bloody whoever he played for that 130. But there was a few West Coast people that were like, no, don't pick him, he'll be sub. Shit, I should have just went there anyway. But anyway, hindsight's wonderful. Ben, up 10K spots. Well done for a first-year player, gone up 10K spots. Ranked 583 for the week. Yeah, you'll definitely take that one. Well done, Ben. Excuse me for my language sometimes. I get a little bit frustrated about this game. 100 in the chat, so yeah, definitely give us a like for this too. I'm probably up and about a little bit more now. Frankie, tell me the weekly score like the rest of yours, which is good. Hawksy was ranked 37K, now ranked 16K. Well done. To think I was 90K at round 3 tells you how little I knew about the game. You're doing well because you're watching me, Hawksy. Just say it in the chat, all right? Kidding. Was it VC Cherry against the Salt English? Could be something. I think so. Oh, and by the way, too, for that Beyond Blue donation, I really appreciate that, by the way. There's so much support for my Beyond Blue run. I know I haven't been talking about lately about men's mental health, but definitely that run certainly resonated with those comments that people wrote and the donations that people wrote. That whole run, that's all I could think about as well, was those comments and those donations. So we ran 6K. When I say me, ran 6K in 34 minutes. I don't know if I've revealed that. So I had a couple breaks because my quads were absolutely ruined in the wet. So yeah, that I don't even want to know what the average speed of that is, but I definitely had a couple spots where I just was too sore to run. But every comment that was in that chat kept me going, and I have to do it again next year. I think it's something I'll do yearly now. So I've appreciated everyone's support this year. And geez, to tell you what, at the start of the year too, I had 300 and something subscribers. Now there's like 1,200 of you. So been a crazy year, and I've actually met a few people as well outside of, in real life from Supercoach. It's actually been quite amazing too, and got a few friends out of that, and you can tell they're genuine as well. So it's been good fun this year, and despite shit buy rounds this week, it was nice to go out and see Steve, who I've been doing podcasts with and for the last couple of years as well, and enjoy that. And then you guys jump on a Sunday night regularly now, and there's people that I even compete with that got like 7 times the amount of subs that I do on a Sunday night, or 5 times the amount of subs that I do, and you guys still jump in here and just have a chat. So it goes to show, like, it's actually built a really good community in the channel that I've got for a guy that runs solo every week. Like, it's been amazing. Speaking of one of the people I was actually referring to, Yaz was in the house. Shout out to Yaz. Happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday present there, Yaz. Appreciate you. Yeah, great man to meet too, this guy, actually. So, yeah, thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it a lot. Hopefully, what's your rank 2 now, Yaz, at the end of this round? Because I know you're a really good buy planner. I remember that book. But, yeah, I reckon you've overtaken me by now with some of the players I saw score this week. I knew you had a few of them. So hopefully you've done well this week. But, again, thank you for that donation for a happy birthday present. I'll have to catch up with you soon. Where are we? I've lost where I am now, chat. Apologies. I think we were somewhere here. I think we're here. So if I missed anyone's comment, apologies, but 107 of you is here and the chat's gone nuts now. So Jacob says, I went up 1K spots this week, back to 2.6K. Not as many as I lost last week, though. Haha. Projected 2487. Yeah, wow. You're going to blow me out the water. Tell you what, I bought this Yeti mic for 70-something bucks at EB Games because my other mic shut itself. And it just looks so cool. I kind of want to show you, but knowing my luck, I'll accidentally I'll put it on Twitter. I'll show you my buddy Mike. He looks sick. It's not colourful anymore, but anyway, I get so distracted. Corso got a VC Wits against Essendon. Jeez, I wish I even had Wits to do that, to be honest. It's a good shout. Aqua, when I optimised team, Chad Warner's on the bench. That's saying something. And Erasmus on the field. Probably sharing to Baz. I like it, Hawksy. Hawksy, who scores more, Baz or Holmes? Good choices. Probably, I actually don't know. I don't know that one, actually. I'm going to say Baz. Barker. Sorry, Shane. Wow. 2007 went up from 233 to 195. Wow. Net loss over the buyers, 108. I don't even know what I'm actually net loss of for the buyers. I don't want to think about it, to be honest. Aqua says 530 for a defender. Give me your choices because I'll scroll through it a bit later. Wizard, I reckon Holmes might go apeshit against the Tigers. True that. He's a Geelong supporter, this guy actually, Wizard King is, I'm pretty sure. Horse, Bolton, 71, 65, 78, 100, 73. What a fake promo. Yeah, I got trapped into that too, to be honest. Horse, what is McCarthy's ownership? That tells you how many people are still actively playing Supercoach. Yeah, there's the one guy that you sort of thought he wouldn't go 100 against Collingwood, but you certainly thought he'd be an 80s guy from here on out. But ownership from McCarthy, I don't know why I just didn't press him then. It should, all honesty, it should actually be 100% by the end of the week. But we know people probably don't got trades to bring him in. If you got no trades to bring him in, that's a guy that with midfield and defender status as well is actually such a good target. Like, he's got the best role. McCarthy's playing my side this week, by the way. Like, Shees can get stuffed. I'd rather loop him, Sheasel, and see what happens. Hopefully Mills bounces back too. McCarthy's ownership right now, I can't believe he's got a negative break-even of 175. He'll make 100K this week. Ownership McCarthy. All right. I want to guess before this because I'm not looking. I reckon 40% ownership. Okay. 47% ownership. Surely that's got to go above 65 this week. What was it week 1? Wow, people brought him in early. 59,000. So 30,000 bought him in this week. $15. What? So 59,000 people had him over the buys. So 19,000 had him for that 133. I don't know how many people had him on the bench or whatever, but that's crazy. Yeah, so this week I think it's just. See, I don't know if dogs smash him, then there's no scaling for Trish and Cherry. So I think I'll just VC Bonton to Bailey Smith, and then Luke Sheasel, and then Field McCarthy, and then if Sheasel does well, I'll probably put Mills on the pine instead potentially because Mills has got the last game, so I could always. Yeah, you can whip Mills and Shees and then take Shees' score if it's decent. So we'll just play that game. Anyway, I'm getting so distracted again. Yeah, 47%. I thought it would have been a lot more. 114 in the house. Give us a like. Jeez, there's a smashing in here. Pretty sure team of the week had Emergency McCarthy. That's nuts. Whooped. Yeah. Crazy work. Anyone, so Izzy King says, anyone had the balls to VC Darcy versus North? Not me, not after last week. This week. Noble, Eamon, who do we, probably Noble actually. Or Bergman. Honestly, I don't know. And those three. Maybe Bergman. Derek's in the house, scored 2-1-4-4, moved back up to 13th. Wow, that's unreal. My 6K PB is 1853. How do you get a 6K PB at 1853? Yeah, I told you I'm slow as anything for that run. I was stuffed. Is that even possible? Oh, that's wild. I'm so confused. How fast are footy players with 6 kilometres? G'day, legend. How was your night? Big night? Yeah, still recovering pretty much. Like I'm cooked. 16:35 went down 39. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I only went down 39. It's interesting how Supercoach works. If you've got like a decent rank throughout the other buys, even if you have like a 1600 or 1800, you don't go down much. Like we just saw I got 1800 something and I went down 200 spots. Shocking week for me. I think, what did you get, 18 something? Was it Hook at round rank 2 for the week. It's hilarious. All right, let's have a look. So have a look at that. Round 2. Let's have a look what he's talking about. Okay. Round 16 points. Haley's team. Okay. This is the round 2 rank for the week. No way. Hollins, Nathan Broad, Binns, Cripper, Elijah Stewart, Davison, Seth Campbell, and Hardwick. How the fuck? Sorry for the language. How is that number 2 for the round? Himmelberg. What is this shit? Wow. I'm crashing out, chat. Himmelberg and Nathan Broad and Elijah Hollins. What the? Oh my God. Is this my dad's burner account? Apology if Haley is watching this, but what? You do realise it's not Supercoach draft. Why do you got that? I'm so confused. Blake Hardwick, Georgiadis, and Curtin. This wasn't even. Oh my! This team wasn't even made last week. It's got a total score of 3,109. Well, I'm crashing out. 31,920. Whoa! What is this, bro? 67K ranking side is 2 for the week. Cooper, show me what you had. By 2 points, thank God you won. What do you got, team of the week? Okay, bro. See, bro's cooking. Clark, Wang, Ash, Dale, Rosie, Sinclair, Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Rao, Bont. Amazing side. Stewart, Caldwell, Dunkley. McCarthy's his 24th. Grundy, Sherry. Yeah, thanks for coming. Like, Dylan Moore sitting there, like, what a comeback he's done the last couple of weeks. McKershaw, your flex. Yeah, what? That team, thank God that team won. Cooper, if you're in the house watching this, thank God you won, because that is actually one of the good teams you see that won team of the week. Number 2, however, I don't know if you thought this was Supercoach draft and you thought you couldn't select certain players, but Nathan Broad is not a Supercoach selection. I'm just going to add to rivalry so I can see what players this person brings in. This has got to be the wildest bloody rank number 2 I've ever seen. My apologies for that roasting, but it is a Sunday night, and that's your Sunday night roast for the night. That is wild. Bloody hell. Team name for Yazza. Scott. I'm thinking Matt Kennedy or Cosy Pickett from last upgrade. Honestly, either of them are good. I should probably actually answer these questions properly and look at these players, because apologies, this is what you actually here for, and if I can't give you an answer, then why the fuck are you here? So, all right, let's do these actual questions. I'll look at the players that you're talking about. But all right, who the frick would I go? Cider or Kennedy. All right, 3-round average, 99, 97. Probably Matthew Kennedy, actually. I'm going to say Kennedy. I can't believe he's the 6th ranked forward at 10% ownership. Yeah. All right, I'll start answering these players head to head. Scott, should I wait a week or two to grab Horn Francis? Yes, definitely. He still looks injured. Yazza. XRP 58ers, Struggle City units, rights. Might work well in search too. Yeah, true. I got what you meant. So his team name is XRP and then it's a space 589 ERs. It should be 538, shouldn't it be as? It's between you and I there. Hawksy, how did that team come second? What the fuck? Oh, who was picking on handling Blake Hart? I know. Apologies to anyone that knows that person, but that team is just absolutely wild for me. Aqua, people going for a weekly. That's not even worth a weekly. That's like worth. That's worth. I don't know. Stevie Wonder could have picked a better side, to be honest. Corey, it's got to be sort of that auto pick selection or something. You know, when you can auto fill your team. Maybe it's just been one of those. Corey, the weekly winner didn't even have McCarthy, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Aqua, some people were picking Tracy last week. Corey, McCarthy is looped on the bench. Yeah, I actually feel bad for roasting, but that team is the wildest. That's more wild than my dad's team. Corey, if he scores 100 this week, goes up 130K. It's nuts. Ben, I suppose I better go pretend to do some work. Fair, Ben. I'm glad you're listening while you're at work. I actually didn't realize how many people. I used to do this a lot actually when I Let's grab a drink. This is a shout out to everyone saying nice positive energy comments because last week I had some shit blokes in there or shit whoever they were being absolute peanuts. So thank you for a good audience tonight, and we'll go for a little bit longer because I've got a amino acid energy drink and I'm a little bit hungover. So let's keep doing this. Spilled that in on me anyway. So yeah, I actually forget people work, plug in their headphones and give it a listen because I used to do the same actually when I was at work. I do that for a few potties actually, just when I'm bored as shit and I'm like, all right, I've got some time up my sleeves. Aqua, especially at work, that's the best time to listen to a potty. Lawson Humphrey, Sneaky Pod. Jong have, I noticed that too. I'd rather Stewart actually, Aqua, before I look into that. Corey Thomas, hey, what shit, man? Absolutely. Liverpool, eh? I actually got a Liverpool scarf the other day. Oh, I wonder if the missus will bring it in the thing for $2, and it's like I don't know what year that scarf was, but it looks unreal. 1853 is about 309 per kilometre pace. I have no idea what that means. Horse, Brad, have a few hydrolyte tablets after big night. Probably should actually. Oh my God, Yazza, I read that so stupidly. You're ranked 1635 now. What the hell? That's crazy work. Wow. That deserves another. I might as well scull this just about. Unfreaking believable. What a good side too. 1923 for Yaz. Curtin 153, Holly. That team is gold. Yeah, what a piss take. Haley is a god. Haley is a god. Didn't even take 150 Rosie. Yeah, I don't know what the hell, right? I've seen that and I just, my brain can't comprehend. Cops, Grundy's 179. Literally, Corey, that team would have been over 100K ranked before this week, I feel. Probably. She's the GOAT. Yeah, maybe. I can't, I don't know. Shane, AI generated team. Yeah, literally. I feel bad for roasting that person, but Jesus, that was wild to watch. Gain 100K ranks. Wow. Horse Yazza says, sorry, you aren't that impressive without full primo. My 2-2-3-4 ranked team is a paper team. Sloppy Joe's. Ha! Now I know who we've got here, Horse. Oh, God. Yep. I think I versed you a couple of weeks ago too, by the way. Ranked team is paper team. Sloppy Joe Jonas, full primo, scoring but average. I feel that. Hawksy, if they won, they would have had 1K turn up in their bank account. I wonder how it got there. Literally, yep. Here we go. Megatron's in the house. Number 5 rank is pretty bananas too. For the weekly or the overall? Optimus Prime. That's all I think of when I see this name. Rank 5 is cursed. Why do I got to look at rank 5 now? All right, we'll look at rank 5. Okay. So overall ranking, I think you're talking about now, aren't you? Rank 5, do a push-up Remy. Sorry, do a push-up Jakey. And person's from Remy. Where's Gone Fishing gone? Okay, Gone Fishing's down to 15th. Oh my gosh. Yeah, rank 5. You're. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, Whitfield, that cooks, yeah. McCarthy's actual D6. Wild. Okay, interesting. What's rank 1 got? So rank 1 and rank 2, there's only 20 points separating them. Interesting. Hot Baby. That's gifted as well. Hot Baby's got gifted with a McCarthy at D6. That low-key gives me the shits. Oh, God. McCarthy's been a gift for those people that actually generally got to field him at D6. No offense. Like, I get to loop him, don't get me wrong, but man, that's an absolute gift for people that actually got to use him as D6 and not a loop. Green, Ashcroft in the midfield. Lydia flex. Wow. Oh, but you got Bailey Smith coming back. Right, gotcha. Gonna say that wouldn't make any sense, would it? Absolute wash. What do you got? McCurch. Why don't you have McCarthy, bro? What the fuck? Oh, you do. Oh my god, I was seeing what the hell. Oh, you don't even need McCarthy either. So you're just using him as a spare. You're probably looping him and McCurcher. Or even Shees, because Shees is shit. I'd love to know the top 100, how many people are using McCarthy as D6 and how many use him as a spare. Oh, man. Yeah. No McCarthy in this one. What the hell? Generally no McCarthy here. Interesting. No, again, I've sent it down the bottom at flex. I am so special tonight. I'm still hungover, chat, sorry. I did not expect McCarthy to be in flex position, I guess. All right, I'm going to stop reading these teams because I find out when I scroll down a little bit more that they're actually in there. So anyway, enough of embarrassing myself. Well, rank 6 as well. Bloody Wayne. No, it does not. As if. Get out of here. Get out of here. What? Pick 6? How's Wayne? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Adelaide? I don't know what. I think you might be talking about the weekly ranking or something maybe here. I'm confused. And Pendles. Cozzy has a higher ceiling. Kennedy is more consistent. True. Aqua, if you wanted to take a gander at my team, it's Marshall Mathers. That's right. Yazza. It's held together with sticky tape. He's talking about his side here. Hawks, you get a grip. How you can't. Yeah, literally. Yep. 15 is crazy as well in rankings. Yeah, no, I've seen that. Wizard, us nerds up at 2 a.m. What? It's not 2 a.m. Oh, God, you made me think it was 2 a.m. I thought it was stuck in a time machine. Wizard King says, us nerds up at 2 a.m. SC streams getting smoked by Haley from accounting. Oh, yeah, she might not even be in accounting. She might just, yeah, who knows what. Surely from accounting, have more maths to get better players. Wild. Sorry, I haven't been streaming the last week or two too. StreamYard wasn't running for me for at least a week and a bit. And then the last week, I just had so much stuff on. So it's been a bit of a slow couple of weeks, but I'll get back into streaming this week. So apologies, those have been hanging out waiting for a live stream during weeknights at midnight. So I'll get back to those as well. Just so much stuff leading up to it. I've got to do a trade show for work this week, and yeah, so much other stuff. Like being a supervisor, has actually got so much work outside of work. If that makes sense. But anyway, none of that. Jack, is Dan Kirkin a go? I think you missed a boat for him ranking. Aqua even says no. I know a bloke who bought him in fantasy this week. Fuck, fantasy. But Placey, happy birthday for yesterday. Legend. Hope you had a good round. Absolute shit round, but yeah, yeah, good weekend. Yeah, caught up with some friends and saw Steve from SDS Supercoach as well. So it was good. Good night. Jason's got his profile photo still. Hey mate, what do you think of Gordon as a pod? I love watching him play, and Sydney look a lot better now. I like Gordon as a pod, honestly. You probably can go there. You'd think. Sam Banks could be one starting. I think he is. I think we can start talking about picks next year if you want. For sure. I can't believe the 150 of you in chat too. Yeah, I think Banks is a shout. Depending on Jaden Short, what happens to him next year too. But he's certainly one of the more promising Richmond players in our side. Banks is mooching off no Short. Potentially, but he actually looks a pick. Does that mean I'll be starting? Sorry, jumping straight on both Short and Ridley on the wave and draft. Yeah, you could do that for draft. You love draft, don't you, Aqua? Jason, second year playing, how many injury trades should we have? Oh, probably 3 to 5. The flex probably helps compared to other years. It does. Absolutely. Good point. Lizzie King, 21 kicks and a goal. Pretty juicy. Very juicy, Lizzie King. Happy birthday as well. Love the content. Thanks, Chase. Thank you very much. I can't believe I've only been going for an hour 17. It feels like 3 hours. Round 5 rank for the weekly. Oh, this is going to look disgusting. This is going to get another freaking roast, isn't it? My apologies. Round 16, rank 5 for the week. Oh, this is going to make me spew, isn't it? God. Oh, no. No way. This is not a side. How the fuck? So, excuse the language, but what the hell is this? Oh, my God. Still has Perryman. Has Oscar McDonald, who played his first game in how long? Oh, Jesus. Josh Dacos in the midfield at round 16 is wild. Says me that's got midfield defenders. But McInerney, he was going good before. Flynn at R2. Oh, my God. Okay. I can't do this weekly shit anymore. It's like looking at weekly teams kill me. Flynn at R2. I'm guaranteeing this person has 0 trades. If you got Flynn at R2 or even at flex, wow. Just move Jacko to R1. R1 or R2 there, mate. And get rid of Flynn. He's a waste of space. Flynn is probably the hardest ruckman to watch in the AFL, apart from Kieran Briggs. Oh, God. Thilthorpe, fair enough. Curtin, one-hit wonder. No worries. Max Hall. kissed. But, yeah, you'll take that from Maxi Hall. Good to see him playing well. And Sam Butler, wow. I did not expect that from Sam Butler. It's like that old Wilson, wow. Oh, wow. I don't even know who does it. Anyway, that was a shit impersonation. This is Milo in your mouth. It should be, I don't know what you want to call the team name. It's definitely not Milo in the mouth because at least Milo tastes good. 87k rank. Apologies, Milo in your mouth, but this team is, no comment. That's too much for me. I think I'm not looking at any more weekly ranking sides because they make me look like a bad person, but you get me a live reaction like that, and I just can't help myself. But you guys are probably thinking the same, or that I'm a total arsehole. So one or the other. Apologies for not loving it. Aqua. Jax is in the house again. Never thought I'd say this. If only I didn't trade out Prestia for Bond. What? Oh, I've got to drink this. If only I didn't trade out Prestia for Bond. Why did you bring in Prestia in the first place? But oh my god. Placey scored 1887 this week. It was disappointing. Moved down 253 spots to 1881. Held Roberts for 1 too long. Yeah, bad. Roberts was shit too. Used to Supercoach. Has anyone seen the game? Bloke who came second this week? Absolute shocking. Yeah, I just did before. If you want to rewind it, not a good side. I actually feel like an arsehole after seeing that. Was it? Well, yeah, we have a good laugh about these. That useless. Yeah, literally. Go back and watch it if you want. Matthew, hi Brad. Hope you're well and happy birthday. Thank you. Appreciate it, mate. Another year older. Tell you what, I'm feeling it. Feeling the full effects. Did the clean beard shave too. Anyway, I love doing a bit of that. I don't know if it suits me better or not having no beard or some beard, but not really beard, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Placey, can you rate my team? Going to use a trade to move Roberts. Got 502k. Let's have a look quickly, mate. Oh, all right. My brain can't remember more than 3 letters. That's how fried I am today. CEY. Okay. Oh, this is Isaac. Actually, I feel like I've had a few interactions with you on Twitter. I had you in a rivalry. Yes, I have. Yes. Rate his side. The chat can rate his side too if they want. All right, let's have a look at it. Yeah, side. Oh, yeah, okay. You got to get rid of Roberts. Yeah, yuck. Roberts is going to go for you, mate. Pretty good midfield. Yep. Yeah, very good ruck. Forward line's pretty good too, to be fair. Yeah, probably 8 out of 10. Probably just that Roberts pick that could go. What could you do? How do you not got McCarthy, my friend? Oh, you do down the very bottom. Jeez, he's in flex. McCarthy must be in flex for you. I was going to say, that's what's going on there. Now I scrolled all the way down like an idiot. Yeah, Matt Roberts probably got to go for you. You could probably just leave McCarthy D6 instead and use Matt Roberts and upgrade. Well, upgrade whatever you want, really. No, I'd say a pretty solid side, to be fair. I don't know what trades you want to make or how much trades you got in the bank, but very good side. Especially the ruck. 8 out of 10, mate. We saw it. I think there's some awful ones out there. 5 and 6 weekly teams were bad. Yeah, they were very bad. Yazza. I was watching up. Oh, sorry. I was up watching Apocalypse movies and popped into the lab at 5 a.m. Thought, what if I tried an Neville Ashcroft instead of Erasmus? Wow. I totally forgot Erasmus did me proud. McCarthy D6 now. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I immediately, every time I do check the final scores, the first play I look for in Fremantle is Erasmus for yourself, because I remember the other week or two you were raging about Erasmus's score, and I would have been doing the same. And lucky you didn't go to lab and sell Erasmus, because, yeah, he's done me really proud. Jason, not Supercoach relevant, but they're saying good to play. Tauru looks really good. Going to be a good player. Yeah, absolutely. Where did the other 20 people go? Stick around. What are you doing? Jesus, I just smacking this energy drink to keep going for a little bit. And then 20 people go to bed. Not good enough. It is a Sunday night, though. Matthew ended up 2017 this week, ranked 238. Was 3 AFL last week. Moved up a little. Mills to the case and quite disappointing. Feel that, mate. Horses still in the chat. Dan Curtin started at 158. Now it's 380k. Unreal. Started Curtin this year, sold him at 260 after a couple of games. I think stuck at fullback covering. Oh, at least he made a bit of money off him. 100k. Was good. What? Surely Chera wouldn't get dropped, bro. Surely Voss gets dropped and gets done. The man. Yeah, I know, Geordie. Yeah, speaking of housemates, glad to see you in the chat, Geordie. Yeah, Lynch is going for an early holiday, Geordie, honestly. I don't care if this is unpopular or not, but, man, you kind of feel sorry for Lynch. Like, I know he got some dog acts, obviously, but, man, they give it to him. Like, every week, he's always fighting 2 or 3 blokes off him. It barely gets rewarded for it too. Like, he'll get a lot of pull, and then by the time he actually pushes and shoves back, then he gets a free kick against. But if you're a Tigers supporter and actually watch the game closely, he gets stuck into so much, like, ridiculous amount. He's the only key, like, since Jack Rebolt went, he's getting all the attention, so we always look for him, but he's always got 2 or 3 blokes hanging off him, getting rammed into. So if I'm Lynch too, I'd be getting frustrated. Probably as a leader, you probably don't need to react like that and sort of hit someone and swing your arm. Like, it's frustrating to be shit at your footy talk for sure, but at the same time, I get people think he's a flog and he's whatever, but you just got to, like, understand perspective as well. Like, you're not a supporter. It totally makes sense that you hate him. Like, if I wasn't a supporter, I'd probably be, a very similar boat. The way he goes about it, the way he's a little bit dirty, but a lot of these players don't react like that for no reason. And if you watch him closely, it's not like he does it just because he's an idiot. Like, he doesn't really go for players unless they've been pissing him off all game. So regardless of what people think, like, he cops a shit ton of attention, and it would be frustrating being 6'7" or 6'8" and copping like 3 or 4 guys into you every single week, pulling your jumper and not getting free kicks again. So, like, we're not freaking Hawthorn. They get free kicks and bring their own fucking umpires to the game. So there's some games this year I've actually turned off because of the umpiring has been so shit. Like, it's been so one-sided. Like that Hawthorn and North game, watching at the pub, and I'm like, why are Hawthorn getting free kicks for just anything? Like, a player breathes and they get a free kick against. Like, the game actually becomes so frustrating. So if I'm Tom Lynch, I'm probably not whacking the guy out of nowhere, but I'm always making sure my footy talks, and I'm going to smash the contest as hard as I can so those players feel it. But anyway, Tom's going to get a holiday and probably sign another year deal, and he's loaded. He's won 2 flags, so he pretty much won us that bloody, was it the 2019 flag when Jack was out for 8 to 10 weeks from memory? I think that was the year. I remember one of the years anyway, Lynch carried that side, so I get he's a flog. I get it. But he's been so good for Richmond. Like, regardless of what people think of him, without him, we would have never been what we were in those couple of years that he's there. So, not 2019. Was it 2019? Anyway, I can't fucking remember. But music edits, Cheryl will not get dropped. Who comes in for him? This club is just, yeah, Carlton's an absolute hard watch too. I think it's his boss, though. We look at boss, he's just so shit. Like, he plays players in positions that they shouldn't play, regardless. Like, just stupid moves. Anyway, Grundy on a 164 3-round average. Good lord, crazy. What Well, honestly, the media will execute him anyway, so probably 4 to 6. He probably deserves what he gets regardless, but he'll definitely be hung by the media this week anyway. So, Richard, I'll take it. Only down 23 ranks from 37 to 60. Very well done. Horrific trades ins through the scores of Richards, Mills, and Hall Francis. Clay Hall 78 MVP. Richard, happy birthday, he says. Thank you. The little party emojis. Jax, any rookies this week other than Archer May? Yeah, good question, Shashi. Again, I should probably go to this, shouldn't I? Any but Archer May. Let's have a look at cash cows, my friends. Give us a like for this stream too, and sub if you haven't subbed to this channel. We'll be doing streams even until round 24. And I'll make sure to do off-season content with myself, but with also some other people from other channels that you've seen as well. So I'll be keen to build on this channel and make it something bigger next year, and hopefully next year on 2K or something like that. But bit of fun. Geez, you probably could still go Riaston actually. I don't mind Riaston at 161. I wouldn't normally advocate for bringing a guy in, but Archer May as a forward, yeah, he's. I don't know. Essendon got a lot of players coming back too. Riaston's competing with a very good list, but who's he got drawn this week? But look at that, 79 and 82 from Riaston. Archer May is a bit of a, I don't know. He's a key forward, so I know you got to bring in a forward cover potentially, but you need a downgrade, so you're going to save yourself 60k and get a better upgrade. But yeah, I don't know. 37 and 83. I don't know. If you need the more money, then yeah, May is it. And if you need a forward line player, that makes more sense. So if you're picking forwards, Archer May is him. Picking mids, Riaston has to be it. Other than that, stuff Jack Martin. I'd rather May than Martin. Wheaty's still cheap. Let's have a look at BEs. Yeah, I don't know. Could you go Wheaty instead of Rowson potentially? These rookies you're bringing now too are pretty much keepers. What happened to that Jackson guy? Didn't Jackson go nuts? Hugh Jackson, that's the guy actually that people are going to think of. Minus, I'm pretty sure he went 100, but I thought he was 200k. That's why I didn't think about this before. But Hugh Jackson, is this the guy that was picked 50 a couple of years ago? Okay, so 58, and then he's a sub for a 10, and then went 109. Oh wow! So 9 kicks, 8 handballs, 3 marks, and 2 tackles for 109. How? Please explain to somebody that watches this game closely. Yeah, there's a few picks, that's for sure. Anyway, Aqua. This is from Horse. I traded Moira 284k for him, 30k profit. Then he turned up now. He's 397. Yeah, wow. You're better off just holding on these mid prices. Some of them for fine. Yeah. Sorry, I scrolled down and finally saw he was there. I was like, oh my god, don't tell me you didn't bring him in. Surely did you? I've seen you on Twitter post enough things to see that name pop up. No worries, mate. So yeah, oh my god. What's up? Oh god. Okay, all right, your team. Hopefully, no one gets offended if I rate their team too, because that. I guess I'm not gaslighting. I've never been an arsehole like that. Oh my god, I cannot spell for shit. Why can't I spell or multitask? What the hell? Why didn't it come up? SOLO. SOO. Am I that hungover? 'Cause I don't know. 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 'Cause I don't Oh my god, I'm just gonna go to my leagues, bro. I think I've seen him in my leagues anyway. Oh, I thought this was Jonas. I'm so confused today. Hmm. OG's league, your league. This is taking forever. Is it the same side or am I tripping? It is the same. Why couldn't I find it? Oh, jeez. McCarthy DCs, yes. Gray and Leak, oh, jeez. Holmes and Dunkley come into your side. McCarthy's D6. Mills F D5. Whoa. Midfield's pretty good. She's flex. Damn, that's probably, let's say, a 9 out of 10 for me. I reckon. Just, yeah, probably a 9. And why I say that, I know the scores, sometimes you'll get the Horn Francis's and whatnot. Like, he's coming off injured and whatever. So he's got Bailey Smith as well. This team's actually maybe better than a 9. You've got a spare. This side's unreal. So, all right. So, okay. So Sheasel goes back. McCarthy's probably technically a flex. Sheasel goes back. Yeah, you even got a spare in your mids, don't you? Are you looping a mid, forward? Sorry. You got Holmes. Holmes comes in at M7. Dunkley M8. You've got a spare forward. You're killing it. That's probably almost a 10, mate. That got me stumped as shit. I'm still hungover. Yeah, it's close to a 10. Tom Green is looking like a sneaky pod VC. Yeah, definitely. Good to see you back in the chat as well. Oh, yes, I'll send you a link now, rookie. I'll send you a link. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, how do I do that again? Oh, God. Invite. All right, let's get rookie into the chat. Copied. All right, mate. I'm going to send this to you now. Thank God you're here. It'd be nice to talk to you, mate. I'm been waiting for someone to jump in the chat. All right. Sent you that in StreamYard. On Twitter. Okay, so that's sent to him. We can get out of this thing now. Okay, what am I doing? All right, get out of this. All right. Anyway, Sin Posey. Not sure how the projected values will work, but could hold Robertson wait for Whitfield to drop. How far am I behind? Oh my god, this is about 10 minutes behind. So hopefully you saw that. Oh my god. Okay. Rookie coach says happy birthday, bro. Does the Dragon want Nighthawk to join for a bit? Of course he does. Of course he does, mate. I missed After Dark, so I'll have to watch it back too. And yeah, I didn't even see that you were in the chat before. What is he saying though? Before that, was not sure how the projected values will work, but could hold Robertson wait for Whitfield to drop. I'd probably get rid of Roberts before the Whitfield move in case you always a bit more ranking. Horse, rook. Yeah, literally. I'm hoping it'll be a bit more lively now. I'm looking in the chat when he comes through. Got to find an option for 502 under 502, either Kennedy, McRae, or Meek. Oh god, I'm spewing on 7k off Whitfield because Roberts is on shit to bed. Jeez. So I assume this is in your flex if you're talking about Meeky boy. Probably Kennedy actually with the run they've got. Yeah, and My team is projected 2-3-4-3, exactly like yours is, projected for the win. Literally, wow. I was hoping our projection would be like 2-3-5-8, Yazza. That's funny. It's the same. That's actually pretty wild to have the same projection, to be honest. What are the chances of that? I want to watch a movie tonight. Any movie recommendations on Netflix or Stan? I'm actually really up and about. You guys, I'm going to be honest. When I come onto this live tonight, I wasn't really feeling it. Regardless how I feel and how my week's been, I would jump on regardless. But you guys, you've actually made my night just by the shit that you've been writing in the comments. So, and without your comments, I'd probably be in bed by now. So, yeah, the more you guys chat, the more I stay around, and the more I get in trouble for the misses, and it's whatever. Today we're not on the Musashis. We went to NQR, chat. I'm not gonna say which NQR because it's too close to home. I got these for $2. Amino Energy, very nice. Also, for my birthday, I bought a coffee machine. I bought a new mic for my birthday. What else did I buy? You just go treat yourself. Speaking of going treat yourself, not that that's any sort of a segue. Hello, Rookie.
Yo, how are we, my man?
Man, I am flying. I'm up and about. I just had some Amino Energy. How are you doing, my friend?
Look, considerably well, considering that my team scored under 1,800 this week.
What is your rank, may I ask?
8K now.
8K. What did you start before the buys?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me...
Sorry to put you on
I
the
actually
spot.
think I started at 8K. I'm not going to lie. I believe I actually started at like round 12 at 8K.
I believe that's a bulletproof vest. Is that true?
Yeah, I put it on too late after copping all the hits this week in SUPERCOACH. So I'm just prepared for the next week.
Literally. How do you go with the After Dark stream too? I haven't watched it back yet. I was too hungover for SUPERCOACH chat, but I assume that went for a fair while with Ghosty and Deadly.
Yeah, so we had Ghosty on for the first little bit, which went well, and then Horse popped in, and then he got subbed out for Deadly. So a bit of a merry-go-round in that seed of yours to replace you.
Yeah, I see that. I thought that's a strange guy. Mo, who's that? Then they said Deadly, and I wanted to know. Do you know why he's nicknamed Deadly? Is it the surname, or does he play with snakes?
Oh, probably his own.
Well, yeah, this is pretty much After Dark too, so that makes sense.
It is. But more importantly, how was your birthday night, my friend?
Well, I can say some things, but can't say others. So I'll tell you the rest off air. But basically, went to Murphy's, which is you know where that is. Yeah.
Yep.
Went for a few drinks up there. That pretty much closed at about 10:30ish when the Collingwood West Coast game did. But I met Steve. You know, Steve from SDS. He came along. And he got a hotel down in Geelong, so that wasn't too bad as well. And then a few of my mates met us out for dinner and had drinks, and we went back to a bit of a house party.
Nice.
I convinced Steve to come with, so I made sure that I gave him some money to go back to the hotel. So I felt bad.
Very good.
It's like 2 a.m. and he's feeling tired. So I'm like, mate, I'll pay for your Uber because me and the misso is going to stay out for a bit because we're finally bubs free for the first time in
of course.
born, and you know that's her first drink as well. So I'm not much of a drinker, so we'll up until probably 5 a.m. So I'm feeling it today. But yeah, what did you get up to? Anything interesting or just footy day?
Just a footy day yesterday, so can't complain. But I was correct. Started round 12 at 8K. And so started the buy rounds at 8K, finished the buy rounds at 8K. So honestly, not horrible. Like it could have gone a whole lot worse.
Yeah, 100%.
So my yeah, Placey, that's right. I've just seen your comment down below. It's After Dark Part 2 and it's worse. My conundrum of the week is how potty do I want to go with my final upgrade? I'm dropping Roberts
Yep.
I can get Roberts to anyone under 600. So I'm
Ooh.
thinking McCluggage,
Yep.
Goulden,
Yep.
Hewitt,
Yep.
or I go a little bit safer and go Butters.
Um.
Or I'll go really safe and get Bond.
Oh,
Right, I feel like to try and make a climb, I just got to be potty.
Can I say something? And you don't have to agree with this. I think Goulden, if you want to be potty.
I've been thinking about Goulden.
Oh.
I've been thinking about Goulden. So has Ghosty. I've been talking to Ghosty about. He's like, Goulden looks so fun to have in your team. I'm like, dude, I'm tempted.
I feel bad. I was so poor in replying to Ghosty. I think I've left him on red. So hopefully he doesn't kill me next week. Because he sent me a few voice notes and Supercoach. I checked. I'll be honest. I completely checked out after that Friday night game. I did not look at Supercoach. I was so over it. I was like, fuck it. It's my birthday tomorrow. Fuck Supercoach. Fuck this shit. Anyway, I'm ranked 601 after a shit week. And I don't normally crack the shits, but this is the first week we've actually been like, how the fuck do I bring in Bont? He scores 60-something. I bring in fucking Darcy. He scores a 72. And then McCarthy, that everyone's D6, gets a 101. And he's my loop, basically. Essentially, I can field him or Mills. But I think he saved a lot of those top 100 sides. I'm not really worried about all those other sides that got him at 30K rank. But those top 100 sides getting gifted McCarthy at D6 low-key pisses me off, if I'm honest.
I'm gifted. I'm taking, and that's the whole reason why I'm looking to trade out Roberts is because I think I'll take the risk at McCarthy at D6 just because of the role.
Yeah.
Versus Roberts' hybrid wing role.
Which is so weird that Roberts, obviously, the stars are always aligning with the players coming back. But I noticed over the buys, and my hot take that actually gives me the shits is I didn't buy plan better. So I bought on the buys from the early players. I should have done the later player buys instead. Because being a week up on a primo in the buys made no fucking difference. Because when I had 6 out, people had 5 out anyway. Yep. So everyone's fully upgraded on the buys. It only really makes sense if I'm upgraded and someone's not upgraded until round 19. But apart from that, just shit luck too. Like my trades have all been good, barring maybe a handful this season. My captains every week have been good. But the last couple of weeks in the buys have actually given me the shits. If I'm honest, like I don't normally crack it and have tantrums or go missing or don't do potties or don't do streams or anything. But how hard is it when you have a shit week to actually turn up though? Like in all honesty, you're like, fuck this game.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think I approach it a little bit differently because I've had like maybe 3 really bad rounds this season, and it is when you're in the content space, it's a little bit different because you try to show up and be the same person as you were when you scored a 2300 or a 2400, and you're like, I can't be that guy. At the same time, like it is fantasy at the end of the day, and it is frustrating to have shit weeks, but we're all going to have them. It's just how it is.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think because like I was so like you do all the logical things that probably shit you. When the logical things don't go right, that's when you kind of go, oh, what the fuck? And like it sounded a bit of a spoiled brat because I've been Supercoach ranking all year, been really well, and I was like, fuck, just jump on the stream. You had a shit week. You've had maybe 3 of these this year. And then I go through the chat. And I'm like, it was really a bit of fucking fun. It was like the After Dark Remedy like we do on a Saturday night. I actually felt the same fucking way. I was like, thank God there's people here.
And that's the whole point of like why we even started After Dark, wasn't it? It was just, damn, like we just need to absolutely take the piss out of Supercoach so we just calm down and not get wrapped up in it.
Yeah. Hence why when I was just chilling with the family today and went out for dinner and stuff, I was like, I had a bit more perspective that this is only a game, but you get caught up in it because you make content. So you're under a little bit more pressure than the normal person that jumps into a chat.
Yeah.
Because in a chat, there'll be people that will let you know how good they did one week and then you won't see them until they do another good week, where we've got to show up every fucking week.
Which is we can't disappear for 5 weeks at a time when our teams hit the rails and gone downwards. We have to come back and be like, "Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
My team shit."
Because I've got to admit, when I haven't done a video and it's like a Thursday, the amount of DMs I get saying, "Hey, you doing a review this week or not?"
Mm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. I've just got 2 kids and I've got a job and I'm a supervisor and fuck, okay, I'll get there. Sorry.
It's even when I don't. I get the same when I don't announce, because usually I announce the after dark at halftime, but at the game before the last one
Yep.
on Saturdays. And then when I was a bit late the other week, I got a few messages being like, "Is After Dark on? Please tell me After Dark's on. Is After Dark on?" I'm like, "Guys, sure, it's there. It's coming."
Yeah. Literally. It's fucking funny though.
It is. It's good fun though.
Hawks has got a comment here before they start going wild and saying, "Why aren't you reading them?" He goes, "That's the same. Mine is projected for 2-5. I know we fucking hate projections. Mine's 2-3-4-3, but give it to the people. What is your projected now coming out of the buys?"
2-4-1-4.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Holmes.
we got one of us is going to get a 2-7, the other's going to get 2-1.
That'll be me. I'll get the 2-1. I'll get the 2-1. I'll get Gordon and he'll bloody re-injure himself.
Oh God! I honestly, when I saw my score at the end of the round, I wanted to Tom Lynch my screen. Like, just
That's
I don't
going to
know.
be my new After Dark background. It's just Lynchy.
I tried to defend him, but not his actions before. If you were listening about 20
Yeah, I
minutes
did hear
ago.
that. Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh man, I wish I was 6'8", 100 kilos. I'd probably, I
He'd
don't know
swing
what
at
I'd do.
anyone.
I probably, yeah, honestly, yeah. Probably at this point, Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul would be my next 2 opponents.
I like it.
Jason says probably trading Doc next week to any mid I want. What mids do you think will score the best in the season? Oh, Who don't you have, Jace? So we sort of know that because I'll probably
Yeah,
name all the guys you do have, and you'll be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
legit.
Which,
Legit. It's one of those hard things too, because I think at this point, your final upgrade, if you've got like your Bont and your Butters, or you've got one of them and you got your Brayshaws or Sarongs or Andos, go potty. Just go absolute potty. You got to try and make a dent in the ranks somehow, and you're not going to do it by having the same players as everyone else.
yeah, honestly, I think I've done a little bit too many pods in my side this over the buys because like, over the
Yeah.
buys, when your pods shit the bed, you have a really bad week.
I think we were just lucky, or at least I was, because I know you had Bont as well.
Yeah.
Is having Richards just outscore
Oh,
Bont kind of cancelled it out because I don't have Bont. I was like, okay, that's all right then.
and he's 250th though. Like, I wouldn't fuck. Why would I go Butters over Bont? It's Bont's 250. We just scored a 177, and then he gives me a 60 something. Maybe I should have antipoded him, but I believe the Marvel run's too good now.
Oh, no, that's what I mean. Is I don't think we read into this game too much. Like the ground was absolutely shocking. Like the scoring in the game was so weird. It made no sense. Made no sense.
Yeah, that's why I probably checked out. Fit Judd says did pretty well over the buys, ranked 13,077, now ranked 2225. That's a huge jump,
Ooh,
actually.
it's massive. Good job.
Yeah. I wonder how Hippo fared because I want to see if he's raging about Vossi and all that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I
Yazza
wonder what he's
says,
doing.
send him a link.
Yeah, I was gonna see if he's online.
Yazza says, yeah, 2143 is more accurate for my bunch. Feels. Hawksy, Fife didn't get subbed on because he. What? Fife didn't get subbed on because he felt calf fighters warming up. What? So what? They didn't. What? He was subbed for the entire game?
Yeah, so he was starting sub, and then apparently, warming up, he was a bit sore, so they just didn't sub him on.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Honestly, what? He's pretty washed. I wouldn't be. He surely he's fucking done this year.
Yeah.
Doing gents.
What's doing?
I haven't heard that one in a while, actually.
I know. It's been good. Bit of throwback.
Placey, thoughts on Meek as an option in flex for Rob? I actually don't think Meek has a good ruck matchup for the rest of the season. I think he's got one of the hardest ruck matches up. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there.
Not his price now. Pretty cheap and has a nice. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it. Oh, that's a sneaky pod too. Jezza against the Tigs. Oh my god, he's going to score 6 fucking goals too.
Yeah, he's going to kick a bag and then some.
Yeah, Jezza will kick a bag and then Baz will have a bag after the game. Jackson had 7 scoring. You said the last goal as well. Did he kick 2? Oh my! It had to happen, didn't it, for non-Jackson owners?
Yep.
That pissed
Always
me
going
off.
to get there in some way or form.
I actually hate watching Jackson as an Antipod.
I've probably said the most annoying player that I watched this week, and he still
Yeah.
scored decently. Rankin. A game we were expecting him to absolutely go nuts, and he goes nuts like the first quarter and a bit, and then just steady. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
He's so annoying. He thinks him and Bolton think they're so fast, and you realise they're not.
Yeah.
Like they feel like they're the most agile. It's like they think they're a superhero, and like I'm pretty sure Ben Miller like chased fucking Rankin down.
Yeah.
It's actually been hard to watch Richmond and the players that score against us because I'm like, yay for Supercoach, but oh my god, why are we getting pumped by 70 points of 15 kids playing on the field?
Yeah, legit.
Campbell, Holmes or Smith for captain? I've been asked this twice. I actually think Smith because I reckon he'll get a couple goals. What do you think about this?
I don't think you can go wrong either way. Like, there's only those two that are really going to take majority of the points. Like, it's the primo equivalent of do you field Reed or do you field Pryor at the start of the season?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, literally.
yeah, the only thing I would say that probably benefits Smith is that Holmes did have to restrap his ankle in the last game on the last quarter and spend some time on the pine. So obviously pay attention to the injury list, but if there's anything like that to be concerned about, probably just keep an eye on that. But otherwise, like I wouldn't. It's probably healed. It's GMHBA. Smith's probably due for it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know, he's still been getting a fuck ton of possessions. He just hasn't been like this. The DE. So hold on. This will give us the answer. Let me get the weather for this week because it's a wet ball.
You know who I reckon gets the most, and this is so left field. Tom Stewart VC is where I'd be going because Richmond just kick it and hope.
That's true. That's true.
And there's so many kick outs. I reckon Tom Stewart goes 160 on the Tigs.
Imagine. They're playing on Saturday in the afternoon.
Please tell me it's at the MCG at least.
It's at the Alphabet Stadium.
Oh,
So that's what I mean. It makes it even worse and harder to pick because it's both a favourable stadium for both Holmes and Smith.
Yeah, oh my God. I reckon Smith thinking that, to be honest.
It's not meant to be raining at the moment. There's no rain forecast. So I'd probably, if it's going to be a cleaner, you'd probably go Smith and just hope his DE gets a bit better.
It'll probably the ground will probably be wet from all the Cats fans losing it, watching Brad Smith.
That's
the ground
very
will be
true.
very juicy.
That is very true.
I might fill up GMHBA with some tears, so it could be a wet game.
I like it.
Campbell says, I'm a bit stuck this week. Can't get an upgrade with my cash and fielding 2 rookies, including McCarthy. McCarthy is not even a rookie at this point, is he? Is he, Rook?
No, I don't think so. The role has just made him an absolute primo.
It's ridiculous to say after 2 games, but it's so true.
It is.
Dane says, Bolton is a Supercoach Glenn Close. I don't know who Glenn Close is. Do you?
No, I don't. It's probably before my time.
Me too, potentially. 2-week fling that's turned into a month-long nightmare. Oh, man. I don't want to talk about flings in case my missus is in the chat and she loves to just jump in the chat at the wrong time. Hawksy, my team is Kako for Coleman, all in lowercase. I have to look at it later, the Kako, because me and you talk too much shit to try to get into teams and whatnot.
Yeah.
Can't go Wong. I might have to go back to these. These guys are going to have to message me on Twitter, Supercoach Pro 91 for this. This is what I wanted to get down to too. I didn't want to favour the others over this comment, but No shit. Mr. Superman here. Jordan says, Supercoach Pro, I am number 1. Hock, baby. What are your thoughts on what I should do? Gone to Jacko last week and I'm looking to bring him back in for TDK in 3 weeks. Well, first of all, we're probably asking him how many trades he got and why the fuck are you asking me? Because you're number 1, baby. Okay.
Exactly. Tell us what to do. I think you got a bit confused.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You probably in answering his question though, like if he's confident he can go Gaunt to TDK. Sorry, went Gorn into Jack. Bringing TDK to Gorn, you got to do it if you're Jordan, especially if you're sitting at number 1.
100%.
I'd be interested to know how many trades he's got left. I'm going to have a stab in the dark here. I reckon he's got at least 6.
Yeah, I'd probably put him at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is Cheese's, mate. I don't know if Cheese's probably throwing up or is in bed, but I wonder if this is the guy who's talking about. Jordan, can you confirm it? Are you Cheese's, mate? Because I'd love to know that as well. I think 20 points is off second anyway. So, yeah, you'd want to bring in Gorn. I think it's after round 19 where his fixture gets a bit better. But Wiz was always going to bath him maybe, but I wasn't expecting a 90 from Gorn.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Gorn's such a barometer, though, for Melbourne. When Melbourne win, he goes nuts. When Melbourne are a bit average, he's a bit like, oh, yeah, I tried my best.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? You're just like, oh,
yeah.
It's so hard to read sometimes. Like, he scored better than what he did the first time round, but like, what could have been his start? There you go. Jordan just replied in the chat. He's got 3 trades left.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's going to wait at least a month then.
Yeah. Well, are you probably just looking at that? No idea who's Cheesy's. Yes, not Cheesy's, mate. You're obviously probably just waiting from the for TDK to go on then. You're just waiting for that trade and then get down to 2.
I wouldn't be burning all 3. If I was in the top 50, I'd probably say trade all your 3 trades this week so then I can catch you. But
True.
It's interesting to know number 1 guy watches my shit. So hopefully he's subbed to the channel. Hopefully he can give me a plug. So anyway, Horse says Mules 23 and McCarthy 24. That's pretty decent.
Very nice.
Shane also, he's been highly ranked for a long period of time as well. Ranked 102 now, made up 130 spots over the buyers, hoping to charge home.
Very nice.
Orson Humphrey ranked 643. Please. Well, again, I'm not going to get enough time between you and I to look at teams now. I've talked too much shit between you. Are you trading any trades this week though?
Yeah, it would just be Roberts and probably Johnson. He might get an extended run just because of Redmond probably being out because Langford and Redmond have apparently not turned up so well after training for their soft tissue. So Johnson's May's definitely going to get an extended run. Johnson might get an extended, but you imagine Clark's probably the safest just because he can go to the wing. So I'm probably going to hold Clark as cover, use Roberts and Johnson to go to May, and at this point, Gordon. That puts me down to 2 trades for the rest of the season. Risk it. Got to risk it for the biscuit.
8 weeks to go as well, and you're 8K, so it kind of makes sense to just take a punt and see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay. What about you? You got any? Are you sitting on your hands or?
I mean, like if I optimize the side, I think you just got to. Like McCarthy is not my flex player, and if he's actually my loop D6, so I'm actually in a spot where I probably don't need to, in all honesty, unless I piss TDK off or something like that. But I could do something with a Zach Merritt. Zach, I don't know who's more concerning, Zach Merritt or TDK. Probably Merritt because of the role, but you'd think of all the players come back from Essendon that Merritt gets midfield role, but she's playing forward is also an issue. Like, I actually don't know. With 3 trades left, I'm better off just hoping my flex cancels one of those shit players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's all it is, isn't it? You just
what would
your
you
flex
do?
cancels out. I'd probably sit on my hands. I don't think anyone's a major issue. Like you expect Merritt, with the caliber of player that he is, with the ins that come back, you'd expect he would naturally move back to that midfield spot, so I wouldn't worry about Merritt. Sheasel's an interesting one. Clarko's a dickhead. and no one's changing roles, and then he gets this midfield role, and it's so good, and then all of a sudden they just change it up, and they're throwing forward again, and yeah, it's whatever. But Kirsch is doing well, so I'm happy about that because these are all stuck at least. But
yeah, I was I was hoping not for yourself and the people in the chat in particular, but I was hoping for the others that are around my rank that Shees would sort of shit the bed. But the role, it's harder to roll. As soon as it's there and it sticks with Clarko, it has to be with a guy like McCarthy, but it won't stick with Shees. Like, fuck, give me any logic would be nice.
It's Clarko. There's no logic. Gifted team.
I'm not going to pick fucking Shees next year unless Clarko's not coach.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, Shees is definitely off my radar for next year. That's for sure.
Like, I'm done with this shit. And like looking at the trades, like even if I swung Shees back, like there's nothing like juicy for the players you can bring in. That's what shits me about these players that are now bottomed out. Like there's shit all. Like I'm not going to Miller. I'm not going to Lockie Neal because on their day, any of these players are going to do just as bad. Unless there's a cheap player that's better than Mills, but that Mills game might be a one-off poor score. But
the
Conning's got a little bit more.
What was that one?
Sorry,
the Conning's what?
No, I was just saying the Conning's got a little bit more money to work with. But what's your sneaky pick?
I've seen a few people mention him. I've been mentioning him a fair bit loading up to this week. But Toby Green, very, very cheap. Has the ability to go 110. Nice little run home. It's not the worst.
What's his break even?
I think it's in the 30s.
I can have a look at it anyway. 30s, right. I could get him.
Oh, sorry, 89. It was in the 30s, but it's 89 now. So he's not really going to get too far away from you. But he's got West Coast this week.
You could use him as... Oh, God.
He went 149 against West Coast in round 4.
You reckon he's back?
I reckon he could be. Captain of the team, like...
He's 30-something years old, and I don't know.
That's what I mean. It's not an ideal pick. Because he was going to be my pick if I chose to keep Roberts. I'd be going like Clark and Johnson to May and Green. Just because that's all I can afford. But then that puts McCarthy as a loop. So I'd rather chuck McCarthy at D6 and lock in an absolute pot in like Goulden or Butters or Hewitt or McCluggage sort of deal.
I want to see if I can afford him. How much is he? Let's find out. Oh yeah, I'm way too short.
Yeah, 71.
Yeah. I'm never gonna look at that again. I'd never go down to one trade to bring in fucking Toby.
Yeah, no. As I said, it's probably not your ideal trade in, but if you wanted a very cheap option, he's probably sitting there.
Yeah, I think I'll just use those 3 trade for bloody injuries. Horse says, rookie, I got home early morning and call you after dark with Deadly. I'll have to watch it myself now too to see what it was like without the Brad start. Anyone causing any racket, like any wild shit, I feel like Ghosty would be that guy.
I guess Ghosty was his usual self. Horsey was good. The Horse showed a bit more personality than he does on his channel because he doesn't have to be the professional. So he let off some steam and made some fucking finding his shit comments that were very much after dark vibes. So it was really good.
Yeah, because when you're doing something with someone else, you can sort of go off a little bit more than you normally would on your own. But yeah.
That was good.
Noz said, second highest score of the week, certainly had a very interesting team. Yeah, I looked at that before. I don't know if you had a gaze, but oh my God. The weekly ranking.
So potty.
Dude, I think that was the one that had a load of Hollins and Nathan Broad on the side. Campbell, the fact that Bont is currently M7 is crazy. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy, honestly. So you're going to Antipod bont for the rest of the season for Gordon, I suppose, really.
I think I got a blocker in Richards, to be honest.
That makes sense. But Richards copping a freaking tag makes no sense. It's your opposition. I know Bont's a big man, but surely you go fucking Bont over Richards.
I think it's purely just a Jordan thing. Like, it just made more sense for Jordan to go to him. Like, Jordan can't really square up against Bont. So it was like, he either goes to Richards or he doesn't go to anyone. And then they stuck Campbell on Dale. Like, what the like, bro.
If only they knew how much Supercoach meant to us, right?
I know. Man, if I was working in the coach's box, I wonder if it'd be against like terms of service. That if you were actually employed in a coaching team for any club, you couldn't participate.
Literally. Do you think Voss gets sacked before the end of the season?
I don't know about before the season. I definitely don't think he's around next season. But I think it's hard to predict when he'll get the sack because you got to remember, like, we're closing on the end of the season. Like, they might cull him if like their shots are complete. Like, they're not getting into finals or any way or form. There's no contention there, so they could just use it as a rebuilding for the rest of the season if they sack him.
I reckon there's a chance he goes fucking this week, to be honest.
Very curious if he does.
Places says would hold Roberts for Whitfield next week, but his BE is too high and likely won't have enough for him. That's annoying too. Whitfield, do you reckon Whitfield plays on the Friday? Like, what's your hot take? I think he does.
I think he does too. I know Ghosty was leaning towards opposite when we spoke about him last night, but I think he does. Like, he's still he got up fine. Yes, he's had some like concussion concerns previously, but unless there's something that comes out this week, in the injury list, I still think there's a great chance that he plays. If not, I still think you hold. Like, the run home's too good.
I think so too. Like, some of these players, like, you just got to hold anyway, especially if you're down to less than 5 trades. Like that's like fucking merit for me. Like, if I get rid of Merit or Sheed and then go down to 2 trades, and then next week I got 2 trades, I got nothing for the rest of the season for 7 weeks after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Projected for places 2-5-1-8, which is refreshing after twice. Definitely scored 2-3. I feel that bad. Hey.
Yep.
New season of Squid Games is out if you can. I watched like the first few episodes, then I got all squidded out. Like, I just, no for me. What do you think of Squid Games?
I didn't get into it. Did not get into it. One thing I did get into over the last couple of days. So I looked at Black Lagoon. I couldn't. Crunchyroll don't have it available yet for whatever reason. So I got to be a pirate if I want to watch it. But I ended up finding Windbreaker.
All right, I'm going to put this in my notes. I have never watched it. Is it good?
I finished it in like 2 days.
On Crunchyroll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm geeking out so hard. I'm doing that tonight.
It's good. It's good.
I bought
very good.
I bought the other day the Star Wars game, the open world game that came out recently.
Oh, Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever it is. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people jump on that.
Because I love open world games. They're my favorite. I love to just free roam.
Is it the multiplayer one, or is it? Which one was it? Or did you get the?
I'll have a look.
No, it's not Battlefront 2. It's the Star Wars game. I know which one you're talking about, I think.
It's on the PS5. Is
the Outlaws?
Oh. It might have. Yeah, it says the upcoming Star Wars. It's the first open world game. I reckon it was the Outlaws.
Yeah. Good?
I haven't played it yet, man. I've been hanging for it, but I was like too hungover today to do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you bounce back all right, or?
Nah, I got home at 5 a.m. and and then I had to babysit. And we picked him up at 1 p.m. So
yeah,
I got a solid 6 hours sleep, and then we got tacos tonight and whatnot. So there's a really good taco place. I'll send you later on in Geelong. It's actually one of the best I've ever been to.
Do it. Love me a good taco.
Yeah, which way? Sorry, I missed that came in. I thought I was in the doghouse for a second. Aqua says, I have a list of 9 targets. How many trades you got?
X has
10
unlimited trades. Have we not established that already?
Yeah, true. Anyone's draft. Fuck, that's a fair bit. I like Stewart still as well. Stewart's
I
my
think,
favourite.
yeah. Yeah, Stewart's going to be the most consistent. Next is
Which-
Kennedy.
Horsey, click off for 2 seconds, and Tom Stewart is here. G'day. Yeah, literally. Oh, is that why my chat went down from like 70? As soon as you came back on, I got another 30 coming back because I saw your face.
They're trying to get a read on if I'm going to kick a bag. Not a kick a bag, but maybe.
Oh, you know what? This is a weird one. I want to see. I don't know if there's any more Richmond supporters in the chat. But speaking of kicking a bag, a defender going forward, I'd love to see Nick Boston in his career go forward.
True.
Because he's a good mark,
True.
he's a decent kick. I'd love to see him just play forward for a season, just one season before he gets out of here.
I still reckon Blight needs to go forward.
That wouldn't be a shout. But I reckon I'd play Bolter forward more than they would White, just because he's more agile.
Yeah, he's going to pull a Lynchy, though.
Oh, yeah, oh my God. I still can't believe Lynchy did that, but at the same time I can. Oh,
It's
anyway.
quite funny though, because we're talking about last night and After Dark, like the prime era and what we thought the prime era was of footy. And I was thinking it was like late 90s, early 2000s, because you still had proper scraps. The game was getting a bit cleaner. You had a little bit of that modern day footy in it,
Yeah.
but it wasn't too soft like it is now. And then all of a sudden, Lynchy comes out and pulls Barry Hall out.
And we haven't had one of those in ages too. The last one was actually Andrew Gaff against Brayshaw from memory.
Yep.
And then we had the famous, Barry Hall knocking Brett Stake or whatever his name is. That was unbelievable. But I reckon you're right. I reckon, especially the last decade, it's become a lot softer. But as soon as that bumping issue came into play a couple of years ago, where they basically called the bump dead, like you notice there's been no like huge bumps consistently every week. Whereas almost 5-6 years ago we had, who's that Richmond guy? Sydney Stack knocked Viney to a next realm. Like that was amazing to watch.
Into the shadow realm.
Yeah, into the shadow realm you go. And then after that, his career went into the shadow realm after the year after anyway. Like he was the biggest one-hit wonder I've ever seen in our club anyway.
Yeah, legit.
Horse, this comment's been on my chat for way too long. It says, Brad, keep the new mic clean. Heard story is the old one. Got a bit dirty. It's so not true.
Is that you got a new mic or is you still got the lightsaber?
No, I got a Yeti this time. A Yeti from EB Games for
Damn, you stepped up.
Yeah, well, yeah. I finally got a little bit of money from YouTube to upgrade my actual podcasting. So,
nah, Yeti's good, man. They're so good.
Yeah,
really, really good.
It reminds me of the Yetis on TikTok. I've been watching so many episodes of that, bro. It's mind blowing.
I like it. I was wondering why your voice sounds sexier.
Oh, I definitely don't have a voice for radio or, any of that shit, really.
It's all right. Still love you.
Eventually, same. After that, part 2, get the popcorn out. Yes, 100%. Yeah, Goulden, I think everyone's going to be on board with your Goulden pick.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on trading yourself in this week? Yeah.
Yes. If I wasn't going Goulden and if I didn't have cash to get in like an absolute big pod, my next target would always be Stewie.
I think he's got the easiest run for designated kickers. Even when I looked at it about 2 weeks ago, he did. So I imagine that wouldn't have changed.
No, it hasn't changed.
Bonti's Hawks is M7. That's fucking wild. This we're speculating, obviously, with Whitfield, but we assume that he's probably going to get up. Like it's not like he needs 2 weeks off. He's close to 30 though, but surely they don't rest him. It's not like it's a Toby Green sort of player where they don't need him or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Aqua, Railworth more than Bont. That's weird, isn't it, to think of that?
Yeah, Rao's been good though. Like if you picked him up when he bottomed out, he's actually turning it around. I don't know what grass he's been eating, but been good.
The one that helps you sleep at night, clearly. the Willie Rioli type.
Exactly.
Causa says, I still can't believe I scored 10,157 points for the buys. I have no idea what I scored. I'm geeky, but I haven't geeked out on my total combination for 5 weeks. I think it's not very good though. It's probably Corey probably smashed me. Campbell says, might be an odd question, but is anyone under 365 I could bring? Oh, this is good. This is good. This is my favorite section of stupid Brad stuff. You got, apart from Toby Green, is anyone else under 365?
Have a look, Shelley. I'll get it up on my end as well. And see if we can find. We'll see. We'll try to. I'm not looking at your screen. We'll see the wildest pick we can get that we actually think will do well, not just for the.
Yeah, that's the difference. I definitely look at it, like when I get asked these weird questions. I look at the player that I'd go for too, like the yucky one.
Let's do that.
Yeah, this is getting bad already. Yeah, you couldn't go Jake Lloyd. You just got dropped the week. Dangerfield's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
F7 Dangerfield is your loop.
Yeah, not a bad loop.
Dangerfield or Green? Oh, surely not Brady Hoff.
I've actually seen a few people talk about Hoff.
Oh my god. Sean Darcy at flex would be interesting, actually.
Yeah, if you can stay together.
If
I actually do like Hoff, though. If I had to pick anyone, I'm going Hoff. That's my pick.
Really? The Hoffman.
The Hoffman.
It's probably not even spelled the same. It's something Kelly Underwood call him is Brady Hoffman or some shit.
Yeah.
What game did she commentate this week? Because I would have thrown something at my TV this week.
That's something. It was one of those weeks I also barely paid attention to footy. Like after the first 2 games, I was like, yeah, nah. I'm gonna check my mental and I'm just gonna enjoy my weekend.
Yeah, I'm glad you did because oh my god, when I lifted the ranking and it's still sitting at 601 after the worst buys I've had in a long time, I just thought, how am I still here? But I was saying earlier that I reckon I had such huge points before that I was dropping 100 or 200 points above everyone else every other week. That's why I probably didn't drop, is because I was sort of it evened itself out.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably Sean Darcy is the one that flex for 360 if I wanted to go something disgusting.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, Darcy is probably not the worst you could go.
At least in a rolls semi there.
Yeah, exactly.
Green was like 350 something Aqua, I think. 380, sorry. Fuck, right. Keys back to Earth.
Yeah. I was actually expecting him to actually have a decent game.
Yeah, so did I actually. I thought he'd go nuts against Tiggs. Green is 352 with a sexy run home. Don't ask Ghosty. Has Ghosty still got him?
No, he traded him out.
Oh, God. When he had West Coast coming up too. Shit.
Yep.
Campbell. Wow. Campbell from, what, Sydney?
Or was he talking about Seth Campbell? Your boy.
Surely not Steph Campbell. No way. Otherwise, you could go Stanley. Oh, God. No Stanley. That's a shout. Would Neil Bullen be too risky? That's a weird one, actually.
I didn't mind Neil Bullen. Didn't mind it, but he's just too inconsistent.
Yeah, for reference for people just logging in while we're talking about these players, we're talking about for players under 365. Don't think we're actually thinking that this is what we're doing with our side this week.
Yeah, no, it's definitely just if you're desperate and it's the only thing you can do with your rookies.
My dad's been talking about silly players, and I can't even remember what they're called, but I don't even know if I want to have a look at his side. Have you seen my dad's side? Have I ever shown you it?
No.
It's actually wild. Like, nothing makes sense. I'm pretty sure he's got no cover now that we're back to like 22. I'll see if I can pull it up. And we looked at some of the team of the week rankings, like 2nd and 5th and 6th, and they were weird enough. But if anyone's copping a roasting, where is his side? Pretty sure it's in one of these leagues. I'm that hungover. I can't remember my dad's side. What it was actually called.
Is it not a have you got him as a rivalry or nah?
Oh, there they are. Mansell's Weapons. He's 19th on the ladder in the OGs league. And he forgot to put players on field over the bias, so he didn't put any players on. Oh my! Hastie's D6. Well done, Dad. Bias didn't. Yeah, see, he doesn't even look at his side. It's like a ghost ship. Bias D5. His midfield is at least complete. Complete dead bench. Power Pepper F5. Sims F6. Witty and Flex. Yeah, so at least he captained Dawson against Richmond. Very well done, Dad. Other than that, D5, D6, and F6 are cooked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, go on.
No, it just reminds me of those teams that like people jump on, they make their team for the first like 3 rounds and then disappear into the shadow realm for the rest of the season.
That's what my dad. He's like, yeah, no, I was listening to George's FFTV channel and he was talking about this player. Next minute, he brings in a player that George hasn't even mentioned.
Corza, the ladies' man, just made a very funny comment. Did your old man score more than you this week?
Oh my God. Did he actually? No.
Check his score in the comp.
If he did, I'll have to buy him dinner. There's no way. How do I check that? Oh my God. I'm still feeling the effects.
Add him as a rivalry. You should be able to see what his last score was.
Oh God. Yeah, he probably already is. I don't remember how to go to rivalries. Do you?
I might just do it on my end. Might save us a bit of time.
Oh, he did too. He scored a 19-15. Oh my God. How's my dad scored a 19-15 and I'm making content and he's got no players left on his field? How?
Old boy showing you how it's done.
I actually can't make any sense how he scored more than me looking at his side this week.
To be fair, though, you look at the second-ranked team, and it's just full pods. Like, it's just one of those weeks where the pod teams won.
My dad beat me without, without many primos either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep, good one, Corey. Thanks for letting me know how shit my team went this week without telling me. Got roasted by my dad. My dad's having the last laugh. He's like, well, at least I beat you this week, son, without having any team whatsoever.
Legit.
Tom Green, I feel, goes the best or Rao. What do you think for this one? Probably Tom Green for me.
Yeah, I think Tom Green's I'm probably looking at him as my VC if I feel a bit hesitant on Richards for whatever reason.
I think I'm going Bont into Bailey Smith. All and basically keys from Wish. That's fair.
Fair enough.
Tom Green, yeah, literally. Green has easily the better than Rao, surely. But Rao has so many 120s, it's hard to go past him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's. I think it's just like we see the inconsistencies that we have sometimes with him, but you can't deny how good he's been over the last month.
I'd love to see Gold Coast as well miss the finals because yeah, for many various reasons.
I hope they're in contention just because it's them.
I just Dimmer's new toys can go suck an egg. Jay says VC Cherry or Bont and Captain Basil Green. I think either combination is going to win you anyway. Like,
Yeah, I'd probably go Bont into Baz as a priority, but I don't know about Sherry. Sherry, I'm losing a bit of faith with at the moment for a spike score because your VC,
yeah,
you're trying to capture a spike score. You're not looking for a safe score, so you'd go Bont.
imagine if North Melbourne won that game.
I mean, West Coast were competitive against Collingwood, so it's possible.
Yeah, that was weird as well. Jace says, my mids are Dacos, Heaney, Hewitt, Bont, Will Ashcroft, Caldwell, Merritt, and Doc. Oh my God, Doc is the one that's killing him. Feeling like McCluggage, Goulden, or Dawson. Goulden for this one, I reckon. Your thoughts are probably the same?
Yeah, I'll probably go Good and Luggage and then Dawson.
I'd have it the same order, to be honest.
Mm.
Campbell, do you boys reckon Dudley plays next week? I have no idea.
Yeah,
What do you think
I'm not sure. Yeah, I he's been fine, but he's just again that rotator for either sub or getting dropped. And there's no I don't really know the roster too well for Freo, but the fact that I can't even think on who's out or who's rotating for that job just screams that it's purely just a merry-go-round.
Yeah, okay. That's what I hate about the buys. Like, even with like interstate sides, I have no idea with these rookies unless they're a Victorian side on who Fremantle are going to play at any given time. Like, it's just not well as what do you call advertised down here. Unless we've got into Perth and we've got the newspaper for the whatever the Western or whatever it is, we don't really know all the info. We've got to rely on people like who is it, Damo and Freo Tragic and guys like that give us that info.
Yeah, exactly.
Placey, I'm enjoying owning Jackson. Oh, I fucking hate Jackson. Wizard King.
Another Jackson comment.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I can't stand watching his ugly mug. Picked Jackson up this week. What? How did you afford him? Oh, no, picked up Jackson when everyone got sucked into Bolton. Feels good. Yeah, good point.
Smart.
I read that so wrong. I'm still feeling it. Cosy Pickett in flex. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know. Not with Viney back in the side.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think he'd do a lot better though.
Broads, Cherry or Bont, BC. I think Bont as well is where I'm going. That's a hard thing to know. Like, we thought Bont would torch Sydney mids, and then he didn't. So
I actually think that we're not giving English enough respect. He actually started the game and had Grundy's number for the first quarter. And then he started having his fucking knee flare-ups. So then Grundy was going up against Darcy. So I actually don't think it's going to be as easy as a matchup as we think it's going to be. But it doesn't mean Sherry's not going to go for a 120 still. But I just don't think we're going to get a spike score that's VC worthy, in my humble opinion.
maybe we do though, because you're saying about a knee flared up. So maybe it's
yeah. If he looks still sore and he's strapped, then yes, 100%. But if he's just rested now, then we'll see what happens. But good point. Very good point.
Yeah, now I'm a little bit torn. Maybe it's sort of one of those things you watch pre-game, you sort of really have a really good look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt started to buy as 8:33, came out 9:43. Just need to be strapped down to keep my 3 remaining trades not sideways. Neil to Gooden or Heaney. Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat with that sort of sense. At least most will. Yeah, this is general conclusion we've come to as well, doesn't it? As well for McCarthy.
Oh, I think it's better than when Marich was in it because McCarthy actually has some fucking football skill.
Literally, Jordan says he's got 3 trades left.
Yep.
No idea who Cheese is. So Cheese knew the guy that was number 1 ranked a couple of weeks ago, so it's probably not the same guy. So the guy that everyone was like, oh, no one's going to catch him. So I can't remember the team name, but I've got Jordan and that guy confused. So Jordan has no idea who Cheese is. My apologies, Jordan. Yeah, this is best of luck, Jordan. And yeah, imagine being like 3 trades, ranked number 1, and you got 2 months left of footy. You'd be nervous, right?
Yeah, you'd be sweating a little bit.
Literally, I'd be quitting my job and listening to every podcast every night.
You imagine that someone's just like, oh, I'm in the top 10. Sorry, I got to take 2 weeks annual leave. I got to take the rest of the season off. I got to stay home. I got to study.
Literally, just take all your 3 months annual leave from now on. Coleman says, "Love you, boys. Love you too." How do you say that name, by the way? I am so dyslexic.
Malachi.
Oh my god, I'm pretty sure I've said Michaela.
It could be. Or could be. You can say Malachi.
I'm just. I read everything backwards. Keep it clean. Oh my god, I've been swearing too much. Sorry,
we don't do that here. Come on.
Yeah, I get frustrated. Winston says 3 trades left and fighting the urge. Everyone's fighting the urge here to boost Shees to Gordon. There's too much value in Horn Francis. Yeah, actually there is when he comes back good, though. Maybe Horn Francis get rested this week. What do you reckon?
I don't know if he will. Like, he got subbed out to get pre-rested, essentially. So I don't think he's going to get rested. I still just think he will like be rested in the forward line more than what we like. So I think those that jumped on him may have gone a little bit too early. I think we just needed to see that CBA increase before jumping on, but it's still going to be a fine pick come season's end. It just doesn't feel so great at the moment.
Agreed. You know what I'm thinking too? I won't get rid of Mills now, but I could swing a player back and then bring in a forward or some shit. I'm going to have a look at it anyway because I always exert every freaking option in Supercoach. Shane says triple downgrade in round 12 was probably a fail in the end. Have you done any triple downgrades, by the way?
No, I have not.
Neither. Wizard says Green actually has a lot of Thursday to Saturday games that could loophole wild start. That's actually not a bad idea, hey?
It's not.
Luke, if it's any consolation, I'll make 210 and bought in Bonds and Horn Francis this week. Oh my god. Yeah. What do you reckon your most unlucky trades have been for Primos in terms of like just a shit round score? Because mine's definitely this week, Bonds and Darcy, like 2 players you thought were going to go nuts.
That's a good question. Good question. I instantly want to go to Newcomb. But
and Newcomb,
you
got rid of Newcomb, didn't you?
I did, and then he decides to go 119, the dog.
Well, Captain Hindsight says he did play fucking North Melbourne, didn't he?
Yeah, well, it was either Gordon or Newcomb out of my team, and then when you think about who'd rather keep in your team, you're not choosing Newcomb over Gordon.
Yeah, especially for one sugar hit.
Exactly. So I'm just praying that Gordon's run after the next 2 games, this week and next week, is going to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, so I'm hoping too, but I reckon a lot of people are right. Like as soon as he was at 700k, maybe we should have sold him, as crazy as it sounds. But I still thought he was going to be going nuts. But surely he goes to 150 to make people that sold him pay, because I'm sick of looking at Gorn's 90 and going, what have I done here?
I still think 90 is fine. Like, considering that his last matchup, you know, he did a 88. Like, it's just around that mark. It's good enough. Like, if the lowest we get from him is a 90 over the next 2, I'll happily take that to get his run home. happily.
Yeah, that's the issue. The run home was too good for me to trade. I thought I wouldn't be able to bring him back if I traded him out. That was what I wanted to not do. So Causa says, I want Witt round 19 before Essendon game. Oh, Jesus, yep. Bro, would you trade Sheeds, Sawaki, Ash? I'd do that, just regardless of all the in-between, yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
As
You
long
have
as
the trades to do it.
as long as
Lock
you
it
got
in.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking, right? Have you seen this? Mirror of Kingston is a good TV series.
I have. It is actually a really good TV series.
Is it gangster?
Yeah. Well, kind of. It's like a so it's basically a mayor of a town doing all these behind the door deals with gangsters and shit like that. It's good.
So it's basically Geelong and Carlton's board, a film about how they've been doing trades for the last 2 decades.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Aqua always thinking he's got okay. There's 9 maybe. Sideways season for him. Well, Realty gone in maybe 2 weeks.
There is no reason to trade out Real. There is no reason to do that.
No, because there's a world where Real just outscores gone every week from here on out too. Bro, the other Jackson, I do not want any of the forwards for F6. Well, I'm so confused. Can you interpret what's going here? I'm still.
So Hawksy's looking for a forward, and outside of the deadly man in Jackson, he doesn't want any other forwards.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I'll just send it to Jackson. I'm in the same boat. Bolter was funny kicking a goal today when he hit the post twice. I wasn't watching that bit, to be honest. I feel like I saw this before someone else's team as well. Optimised the team and Rasmus starting over both Rankin and Warner. Mate, that might have been him, but that's weird, isn't it, when it does that?
Yeah, right. Stuart has been my goat pod. He's been good.
Yeah, buddy, I love Stuart. Keep him on the light. No, I've been pumping him since he come back from the injury, and everyone's like, oh, no, don't do that.
Jeez, you must have a lot of stamina to do that.
He looks like you, so I always just close my eyes. Never jumping on.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
0. Hey, boys, I'm 1 forward primo, full primo. Got enough money for any of the guys. Chad, Petrarca. Who'd you go? Probably Petrarca's been more consistent regardless of the tag game a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
SC Mongrels have 2 trades. I'd be holding these trades, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd just sit on your hands and hope Bolton does something different.
Yeah, I agree. Hawksy, Sean Darcy gets injured and dropped. Yeah, true. I still think for 360 you aren't at flex if you had 7 trades. There's no. Oh God, you wouldn't do Stanley. Even if you had the easiest run, he still averages 75 for the year anyway.
He also sucks. Yes, that's 100% it.
Yeah, it's so bad. Smith was on a funny shout. Actually, wasn't a bad shout because once he's not sub, he's got the role. But I don't know what he scored this week. But yeah, always gets. And I'm pretty sure he's pretty old now in terms of just Supercoach wise. So you're not going to go there.
Mm-hmm. You got a 103 this week
against Tiggs, though. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus the extra 50 Supercoach points for playing Tiggs.
Literally. Who's this? Do you know what player that is? No idea.
No idea.
Maybe there's a misspelling there. I have no idea what you're going on about Pirate, unfortunately. Horse says he felt seen. I haven't seen any of that.
I've seen the last one, Mayo Kingstown and Mobland.
Damn it.
Mobland
I need
is
more
very,
time.
very good.
I'm going to have to screenshot these later and put them in my notes. Sometimes I do that.
Anime takes priority.
Yeah, literally. Well, I'm way far behind these comments. What time do you got to check out? So I'm not keeping you, by the way.
Probably 11:30, so another 15.
Noted. We'll probably wrap it up then anyway. Placey, thoughts on Bolton into Holmes? What? Sorry, Bonds into Holmes. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely on the cards. I think everyone's thinking the North Melbourne Doggies VC and then the C for the Richmond and Geelong matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Love Jackson this week when he took the mark, got over for 2-100. Yeah, that's flexing at its finest. Very well done. She's Rankin, Shearer, and Daniel. 2 have to go. Shit. What are your thoughts on this one for TR?
Probably Shees and Rankin.
I think I concur because at least Daniel's thereabouts for top of his line. Shearer, one bad game, you'd think.
I just think of role. Shearer role hasn't changed. It was just a shocking game. Daniel role is fine.
Mm.
The other two role is up in the air and forward and.
Yeah, both playing forward where, at least you've got a halfbacker and a midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
Causa,
also sends his love, by the way.
Oh, tell him I'll have to. I'll tell him later. I have to reply later. My phone's off.
It's not. He's just screening you.
Oh God. Corey says Darcy will play Darling this week when he plays in the ruck. That's that's interesting. I never really thought about that, but I'm just hoping Darcy actually pays the fact. Did you jump on Darcy this week at all?
I jumped on him last week, so I got his spike score.
You bastard. Very well done. I didn't even know you were chewing gum. I'm still recovering, so what gum are you chewing?
It's just normal mint, but it's got a nice little flavour of nicotine included.
Fair. Yeah, and that sounds like a good Western. I like strawberry flavoured chewing gum.
Of course you would, you child.
Yeah, I know. My favourite, funnily enough, my favourite ice cream is actually rainbow or blue or bubble gum, to be honest.
Oh, just to match all the crayons you want.
And my favourite drink is a raspberry vodka when I'm out too.
Hey, that's good. No, you can't knock up the raspberry vodka. It's the most easy to drink that you can have. Like you get pissed without even knowing it.
I was drinking like I was drinking water, but yeah. Colin says, one of these, what razor length do you use to trim that beautiful beard of yours? Weirdly enough, oh my God, I was going to say a raw doggy, but I just...
That was very,
I don't even know. I don't even,
this year.
Oh my God, tell me about it. I could have saved myself money, but I didn't do that. If my missus is watching, I'm so done. I'm so cooked. I don't even have a razor that actually... Do you have one of the? Do you have a razor that trims down? Mine, I don't at all.
I've got I've got a bit of a steps razor, but I usually just get the sides in. When it comes to actually shaping, I just go to the barber.
Wow. Okay, we're giving you too many donations and too much advertising for YouTube and the game day thing you're doing, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
How come game day haven't reached out to the second funniest bloke in Supercoach to do some game day?
They got
shit?
the first.
That's why I said second.
I know. I just did drive the point home.
Thanks for stepping on my toes. Now I can't walk.
That's
yeah, don't have to use one. You know what's funny too? I just use those little nail scissors almost as beard trimming scissors too. I'm a bit weird.
I'd love to see you do that.
Oh, yeah, it's as stupid as you think it is, honestly. Pod season. This is why we're talking about Goulden, actually. 100% pod season for you, Rook. I think with 8K rank, you just got to go there.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Surely not. I'd rather Toby Green and maybe Erasmus over Morris. Logan Morris is a key forward from memory.
Yeah, if it's these two, I'm going Erasmus.
Any day of the week. Good to see, too, that Erasmus is actually finally getting bloody games because he's been knocking on the door for so long. I'm first. Oh God, I've had a lot of nice comments. They're too nice to me in the chat.
Yeah, stop stroking his ego.
Yeah, literally. Speaking of stroking, got to go in about 10. No, I'm joking. Been here for 3 hours too long.
Yeah,
we'll probably get out in a second anyway. I'll probably let you out too because I'm pretty cooked and the comments are dying out. But again, thanks for jumping on for the last little bit, mate. And I'll be available this weekend for the after dark, mate. If you have me, if you're not fully booked out there, you got others filling my position,
mate. You know there's always a seat for you. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say something so wild, but it's too after dark-ish.
I haven't yet. I'm still waiting.
Have you messaged him recently? I messaged him last night and said he was coming out, but he messaged me at 8:30 and he didn't reply till 4 a.m. by the time I replied to him.
Yeah, we've spoken briefly about it, but then he's busy.
He's a busy man. Look, if you don't jump on a potty with him, I'll send you his address and you send me $50 and we're fine.
I'll do an IRL stream, just rock it up on Shorty's territory.
He's actually like the funniest bloke in person too. Like I'm pretty sure every time I come through and I always give him some random chocolates or milk like I did last time for work, he's got the most randomest stories, just as he does on his channel is what he does in his house. But I dropped some bombshells because I haven't caught up with him in ages. And yeah, I can't tell you which ones, but he was like, no way, no fucking way. He's losing his mind. But anyway.
It's funny, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Horse says, thanks for the stream, legends. Again, thanks for jumping on because I was getting a little bit tired. So I'm always happy when you're in here.
I felt bad. Just the weekend isn't complete without us talking the absolute can down the road about SUPERCOACH.
Literally. This is a good shout too. If he's not on a Saturday night, I actually might message him on you know.
Well, there's two on a list that I want to get on to after dark, and it's Hippo and Shorty.
I think we can make the Hippo arrangement for sure because he's on the Saturday night doing his own shit sometimes.
Yeah, I think I asked him about last weekend, but he was working.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
we'll see if we can tee it up. But if I can arrange it, they will be joining.
All right, 100%. Noted. With that, mate. Thanks again for joining, and I'll catch you on After Dark Saturday, and I'm sure I'll see your review out shortly as well. But hopefully you have a good night, and we'll leave it there.
Sounds good to me, mate.
Oh, and they know where to find you. Just give us a quick plug. I'm sure they know by now, but give them a shout anyway.
Just Rookie Coach AFL, ladies and gents. Nice and easy.
Easy as that. All right, man. I'll end it there, and I'll speak to you later. Cheers for everyone for jumping in.
Catches.